do you know how Facebook has like memories?
Oh, yeah.
It's like 10 years ago, like celebrate with Gabe. 10 years ago, you posted this on his wall. And it's like, yo, what's up? And it gives like an option to share it. I'm like, oh, delete that.
Look at my twins. That's Mary Kate. That's Mary Kate. That's Mary Kate. Look at these twins. That's Mary Kate. That's Mary Kate. That's Mary Kate. Look at these twins. That's Mary Kate. That's Mary Kate. That's Mary Kate. Look at these twins. That's Mary Kate. That's Mary Kate. That's Mary Kate. Titties out, just like a...
We're here for another episode of Imma Come Clean podcast. We finally got a fucking name, dude. This is the first, we filmed like 4 episodes, no name,
Yes.
but we fucking got it.
Literally.
My name is Aldus. We got
Logan.
we got
Logan Quiroz here.
Logan, to tell us a little bit like who you are, bro. Like,
I'm Logan, a
Oh.
stand-up comedian in just out here, LA. You know,
Do you ever
just grinding it out.
when you meet people? Because I don't like saying like, "Oh, I'm a stand-up comedian." I don't like saying because then people are like, "Oh, look, we got a funny guy." So that standards there. Do you say I'm a comedian, or what do you? How do you
Never.
introduce yourself?
And never, I hate it, dude, because my friends, my non-comedian, well, a lot of times my comedian friends too, will be like, yeah, we're comics, or he's a comic, and I hate it, because that's what it leads to every
Yeah.
time. People are like, oh, so you're fun. You do anything big? No, I don't. You're not going to know who I am.
They're like, "Oh, come to your show, Mike." You probably won't.
Yeah, don't do it.
Because how long have you been doing it for?
Like 4 years now.
Oh, sick. You
Yeah.
started like right before the pandemic?
Yeah, I started in, when was it? I probably did like a year and a half before the pandemic, maybe a little less.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, and it just shut down. And you're like,
yeah,
all right,
and then
it's
it
Zoom
shut
time.
down. And then,
how did that like? Did that fuck with you or anything, or like were you still like kind of pushing it like with the comedy?
well, at first, you know, they said 2 weeks. So I'm like, fine, I guess I'll
That's
take
not
2
bad.
weeks off. But then that didn't happen.
No,
And then you try to do the Zoom shows,
Yeah.
which suck. And then, so I probably took like a month off. And then I started doing like those secret underground mics.
Oh, damn, you go
Where
to
you're just-
speakeasy one? Fuck,
Yeah.
I wanted to go to one.
Or you're
Damn
just
it.
giving everyone COVID. But it's crazy. No one had COVID at those things.
Whoa.
Because
Yeah.
I think that we were all seeing that it was
Scamdemic.
like the same like 18 people around.
Oh,
yeah,
like,
I mean,
and
it
you
was
just
probably
fucking
like during
did.
that time too. Like it wasn't really popping like that. Like,
Yeah,
I
no.
feel like it wasn't probably until like December of 2020 where it became like an actual problem and shit. Where it was like, bro, like
Yeah, right where people started to come back and they're like, oh, it's good to come back and do
Yeah.
comedy again. That's when we all got it.
yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
yeah.
Wait, so was it just word of mouth, or did you ever post it on social media when you're doing these speakeasy mics? Was it all, or just like a close 18 friends, just like
It was
going up?
like, it was Fourth Wall. So
Oh, fourth. Fuck, I didn't know they're damn it. I love the
Yeah.
fourth. That's like the
Crazy.
only one I go to.
yeah, they sent out like Joe sent out a little secret email. He's like, yo, you're invited to
Yeah.
this
Damn it.
secret mic.
Fuck you, Joe.
And they were doing it outside. And it was, yeah.
Oh, was it the NoHo
Sick.
one?
Also,
Yeah,
so it was
no
outside
one.
though. Like it wasn't like in that because that room was pretty small
well,
too.
at
Like,
first they had it inside and they
Okay.
just moved it outside to the tent after probably like maybe a month of doing it inside.
Damn, did you ever do one of those like mics where it's at a parking lot and cars honk if they find it funny?
No, I did not. Did you do one of those?
I didn't. I just heard
that's
stories.
so hard though.
Yeah, it just
That's-
sounds.
I've never
like
heard of that
I-
before.
I
like,
feel like I can't flourish off like just
Yeah.
honks. I feel like I'd just be scared.
I feel that.
Yeah, I feel like that would mess me up.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd be like, oh, are you doing this out of anger?
Yeah, I'm like,
Trying
fuck,
to
I cut
decipher the
someone off.
honk, like,
Yeah,
that was a little
dude.
long. I don't know. I don't know what I'm getting from that right now. Like,
And I feel like that would fuck with me like when I'm driving after that. You know,
Yeah.
people start to honk at you. You're like, thank you.
You got Pavlovian brain, dude.
You're welcome for cutting you off right there.
Get a little fist bump in.
yeah.
it was real
Dude,
as
I'm fucking
fuck.
jittery off this Red Bull right now. Dude,
Bro,
when I did
low-key.
the shoebox show that you guys got me on, I remember I was just like, I was so sick.
Oh, yeah, you told me that.
Yeah, dude, I had like pink eye that day. And I was like, I gotta go. I'm gonna follow Brian Simpson out of
Oh my God.
And then I think I got a bang energy right before, and I was
Yes.
just like shook in the back. I was like, yo, I was like networking. I was like, what the fuck is up? And then who was Jeff was like, oh look, it's the bang guy, and I was like, I don't think he knows my name, but
How did you
What's
do
the
it?
bang
Yeah,
energy
yeah,
guy?
the bang
Yeah,
energy
well,
guy.
you were literally shaking from
Dude.
that bang energy.
That was
Like
so
you were on
fun.
stage, like
I was
shaking and
on
shit.
stage. I was
Well,
like, what the
I
fuck is
noticed it. You couldn't tell on stage, but when you were off stage, you were like,
Like motherfuckers vibrating and shit. Like,
Damn, dude, it was sick though. I remember I felt so good after stage, and then after that, I stayed in for a week because I felt disgusting, dude.
yeah, you just got to power through though.
It was.
How was your
Yeah.
set though? Like, was it cool?
I love that set. I remember.
dope.
That was, yeah, you had a very good set.
I love that set. Yeah, it was a fun set. I think it
Yeah.
was a cool set, and I remember I was like, really nervous for that show because I was so hyped to be on. Dude, you guys have a good show.
Dude,
Yeah,
that is a
fucking
sick
insane,
show.
bro.
Oh, thanks, dude. That
And-
was yeah. I mean, it's been picking up.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I think you got to do the You got to do the one show that was at the like the theater we did.
Yeah. What
At one
happened
time.
to the?
They kind of tried to fuck us over. Like
Oh.
we were gonna move our show to El Portal Theater. I'll say it. No. They're not gonna.
Should I bleep it? Actually,
I'm pretty sure he's not gonna be watching podcasts. Just some old guy.
Oh, okay.
But it was they were super hyped for the show. They loved it. They're like, oh yeah, we'll have you back next month. And then all of a sudden they like started to change it up. He's like, oh well, next month you should probably sell tickets on our website instead.
Oh.
And we're like, okay, that's weird. He's like, also, we think we should up the price of the drinks. Your people will be willing to pay like $8 for a drink. And then he's like, and also, I think we should start charging $30 for tickets.
Oh
And
my
Ben's
God.
just like, no, we're not doing that. Fuck you. And then just never talked to him again. And we went back to the old place.
Damn.
Insane.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's because that theater was sick,
Yeah.
dude. I
It
remember I was
was.
walking around. You ever play Black Ops? And it was like Keynote or Toten.
Yes,
Oh,
dude,
I was like,
yes.
oh,
I was like, I'm living
100%.
it, dude. This is sick. I got a crawler, but it was just a bitch. I was like, I fucking love it here,
Yeah.
dude. And then I remember after a set, I was like, oh, can I get a water, please? And I think that lady watched the set. I think she worked there, right?
Yeah.
And she was like, it's okay, honey. She gave me the water bottle. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get some fucking pussy tonight. I didn't see her though after, but she was very nice. I shouldn't objectify her. She was sweet.
The owner's girlfriend?
Oh shit! Oh fuck!
Nice, dude.
We're not going back. It's
Wait,
okay.
she, oh, how old is she?
Old.
She was old enough, dude. I think she was mid-70s. What's your age limit for someone you'd fuck?
Oh, I don't think I have an age limit.
I don't think
I
I
think
do
it just
either.
depends, like how she looks. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, like hear me out.
Yeah. Let's hear it. I'm with you right now.
I just think, because I mean, I feel like even if she's a little wrinkly, like I'm still like, that still works for me. But it's not. It's like obviously she can't be too saggy. It's like, you know what I mean? Like,
Nice.
but wrinkles don't fuck like
So
that.
like, if there was no wrinkles on the parts that matter, would you be like, yeah?
No, because I mean, it would have to be. I'm big on like face too. Like she's got to be pretty. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like I'm not gonna just if she's some old hag. Like, I'm not gonna be like, what's up, mama? Like that's not. It doesn't work for me. Like,
Yeah, it's not like anyone below or
Exactly.
above this age. Yeah. What about you?
I don't think I have one. I'm just like, yo, I remember just fucking lost it. I'm like, yo, I'm just
No,
in
you're
it
ready,
to
bro.
do it. You
You're
know,
ready.
like I just want the nut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in it for the nut,
It doesn't
dude. I
matter
used
what
to.
age.
Well,
like that.
we cut out a part because of a joke. How often for your podcast do you guys cut out bits because you're like, yo, we went too far in that bit?
Every once in a while, and it's always me. It's,
Okay.
it's always my bits. I always get mad, and I threaten to I'll point out someone who commented something on like the TikTok or something. And I'm like, yo, fuck this guy. Let's kill him. And they're like, you can't say that. I'm like, I'm joking. It's like, yeah, you still can't threaten to kill a guy on the podcast.
Well,
Dude,
you don't get my
comments suck.
humor, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Comments
That's
suck
crazy.
though. Like they fuck you up. Like you'll have like 100 good comments and you
Hate
get
it.
one negative one. You're like, oh, they're right, and I
bro,
fucking hate
you're
myself.
getting
Like,
like 100 plus comments.
well, if
You're
I
really
did,
popping, bro. That's crazy.
no, but like hypothetically, but like if there is like good comments
Yeah.
and then you one negative and you're like, all
I feel
right,
like,
I'm
yeah.
overthinking everything. Like I
Yeah.
know Shane Gillis said he reads every single comment for every single video he's
Psychopath,
on,
bro.
and I'm like, how the fuck?
Psychopath.
Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna like kill yourself if you
Yeah.
do that,
Dude,
But-
I stopped reading all of our comments for our podcast, and because the first bad comment we got, I found the guy on. So I found his I found his name, and I found where he works, and I found his dad's address, his home address.
How?
And I just
okay, well, I need you to explain like how you got this process. Like,
Dude, it was like a whole thing. I dove deep. I got his TikTok name, and that was on private. But then I went to his Instagram, and that was public, and I saw the picture, and then it's crazy. And then I looked up his name, and like I found like he mentioned like his job or something. I found him on like LinkedIn, and I found his work, and then like went on this other site, and I found like people who he could be related to. This is insane.
The thing is, I
And I'm
think
like,
about
yeah.
these things so I get back at someone so easily. But yeah, continue.
Yeah, and then I found his parents' address, and I wasn't gonna do anything. I just thought it would be very funny just to respond in the comment just with his parents' address, and nothing else.
You should have done it, dude.
I was going to, and then I told Ben and Theo and Nick, who I do the podcast with. He's like hilarious, And the other two were like, "You're crazy. What are you doing? You can't do that." Yeah, dude.
Dude, I remember I used to work at this one shoe store, and then I like helped out a cop, and then like I was just trying to have a small talk, and then I had like 2 Birkenstock shoes, and I'm like, "Do you want this one or this one?" And he was like, "Can we just get both, man? Come on." And he like shoved me, like he jokingly shoved me. I'm like, "What the fuck, dude?" Like I was so mad. And then I remember I was just like steaming in the back, and my coworker was like, "Yo, you good?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just finished this order." And then I was like, "Can I get your email for the receipt?" And then he gives me the email, and then I was like, "I'm gonna sign him up for like a Church of Scientology right now or something." Dude. I was so pissed, but then I have terrible memory, so I never got to do it because I was like, "Fuck, it was at iCloud or Gmail." Fuck. And then that's what I did. And I put like,
you can think of
I put like hashtag ACAB in my bio right after. I was like, "Oh, dude."
That's what did it.
That's
for you?
what got me, dude. I was like,
this guy. Dude.
that was a drawing point. I was so pissed though,
that's
dude.
so funny.
He just belittled me.
Cop went in and pushed you like.
No, so I was helping him and his wife, and I was trying to make small talk, and then like he just wasn't reciprocating. So I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'll just be cool." And then his wife was trying on 2 pairs of Birkenstock shoes, and I'm like, oh, "Okay, do you want the black ones or the white ones?" He was like, "Can we just get both, man? Come on!" And then he just shoved me, like as if like I was playful, but I was like, "I don't even know."
Was he like dressed in his cop stuff?
No, I was making small talk. I was like, "Oh,
he said he was a cop."
Yeah, that'd be funny if he was just in a cop outfit buying
That
shoes.
would be hilarious. Just to on date night be like, "Yo, I'm getting dressed up. Man. I'm ready to go."
I have a thought. I was thinking about that. Like, I don't know if it's like cold, but like when people are in the army, also respect to the troops. Like when they do dress up, is it kind of like, "Yo, we're gonna get clout for this"?
I think that's
so. Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Like, it has to be. I mean, anybody that sees them, they're like, "Bro, like respect," and it's like.
Yeah,
that's interesting because I don't know why I always thought it was like, oh, they just came straight from the airport probably and just still kept it on. But they did have to like iron their whole outfit, go to the Denny's, and then just wait.
Yeah, if they're at a Denny's in that suit, then because
that's definitely for clout.
Because if you're coming from any event and you're dressed up like that, the first thing you do when you go to a Denny's, you're like, "I'm gonna throw a t-shirt on or something." You know what I mean? You don't wear a whole suit to Denny's. That's crazy.
Yeah, because I remember I read this Reddit post about like, "Hey, I was in the Marines, something." So he's like, "Ask me anything," and they're like, "Do you like when people say thank you for your service?" And he's like, "No, actually, like most of us completely dislike that." So I'm thinking the people who do wear the suits, like the Marine outfit. Do other Marines who aren't in outfit look at him like fucking dickhead? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this dude's doing like I don't know. It's kind of like holding it down for, I don't know if clout's the word, but I don't know. You know what I mean?
I think I don't know. For me, I feel like it definitely has to be clout because that thing is like it pops too. It's not just like some subtle thing. Like
that's just
nice. You know where the fuck that's from and shit.
Yeah, it's like I was gonna throw this on real quick.
Yeah,
literally. Bro,
like I'm like a sweatpants type of dude, but this dude's like a 3-piece outfit with like designer shoes. He has like Gucci loafers on.
Insane, bro.
It would be cool just to wear out the hat though, just like dress casually and then wear out the
hat. You'll just look like. I feel like hot girls do that to like their Marine boyfriend at parties. Like, "I'm gonna wear the captain hat." That's like the equivalent.
See him doing that.
That's the equivalent.
Like, let me wear your hoodie.
Let me wear your medals really quick.
Honorably discharged medal.
Oh man.
Do they give you a medal if you're dishonorably charged?
I don't think so.
That would be nice.
I think it's get like a PDF file. I'm holding that pamphlet everywhere.
You print it out, you put it on your wall and shit.
Oh my god.
Damn, bro.
Speaking of dishonorably discharged, the other day, so my girlfriend's ex apparently was like from high school allegedly was dishonorably discharged for like doing coke or something. Yeah. This is all alleged. I don't know if it's for sure.
I feel like that doesn't sound too far.
Yeah.
Fetch though, like.
But then I never met the dude. But I guess the other day he started following me on Instagram, and I clicked on his Instagram, and the first post was like, "Yo, getting ready for my first comedy show," and he signed up for a Fourth Wall, and I was like, "This is scary."
That's weird.
That he's like, I don't know. It's weird that like her ex just starts doing comedy, and I'm like, I have to see him now.
You know what you should do? You should go like at the airport, I'm like going off to my first battle. He's like, "What's going on?"
off to Ukraine to find my first medal.
That's insane though, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah, and what sucks too is if he's funny, I have to quit. Imagine like,
is he handsome?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think he's a small little fella.
Okay.
You can take him?
I hope so. I don't know. He might be crazy though. He's dishonorably discharged, so he could have a screw loose.
Oh fuck,
He could be watching this right now, dude.
That's
well,
true.
bro,
I'm not.
We fuck with you heavy, bro.
Hey,
like,
bro, I'm gonna
like,
fuck with you.
Thank you for your service, bro.
Yeah,
Dude, wear that suit to the Denny's. I will pay for the bill. Damn, that's scary. Like, did you like that post, or do you like? What did you report it? Or
Nah,
Wait, did you follow him back?
No, I did not follow him back. I've never met him,
Okay.
which is even crazier. And he also follows Shoebox.
Oh,
I'm scared he's just gonna show up to a show.
Yeah, dude. That's
What if he's so chill though?
yeah. What
He
if
might be. That's what I was
Yeah.
telling. That's what I was telling my girlfriend. I'm like, we might become best friends, and then you just have to hang out with us.
Yeah, that's
did she say there was like something a bit off about him ever, or was like, do you sense there's any danger?
She said like it was nothing like shocking. You know, it's how people talk about their exes.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, he sucks.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, well, it's your ex, so
Yeah.
he might be awesome. He might
Your
rock.
opinion is invalid.
Yeah.
I feel like it's rare where someone's like, oh, that ex was the fucking best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but I hear that, but I'm like, oh, that's so like positive and like that's so cool.
Yeah.
But like, I can't say that.
Yeah.
I've had one
Who
ex,
says
and
that?
I'm just like, no.
Yeah.
You don't miss her?
All right.
Not even a little bit?
Hey, I miss off. I
That's
gotta
crazy.
blur that. We're blurting. We're
Bleep
bleeping
that
that.
shit,
She was also my only girlfriend I've had. So
Yeah,
I
that's
fuck
okay.
it, all right,
Everybody
That
you know
was
knows.
what?
my other
Everybody
only
knows.
girlfriend I mentioned.
Damn, that's
That's
crazy.
crazy, bro.
But when was this? Which fourth wall was it? Was it Hollywood?
NoHo. And it was he was signed up for an improv
Oh shit,
mic.
dude.
So that's
What exactly is improv mic then compared to like a stand up mic?
they just give you go on stage
Oh,
and
okay, so it's
they
kinda
just
like-
give you a topic.
Okay,
and
the
you gotta-
props and shit? Okay.
Yeah, and you just gotta try and riff on it.
Damn.
That's my favorite one, dude.
That's crazy.
I love the improv mic.
It is fun.
That was
You,
my-
earlier you were talking about, you said you don't really fuck with like improv though, like that. Like,
Yeah, I just like I've gone to improv
Yeah.
shows and they're
Oh, you're talking about
hilarious.
improv as like the improv,
No,
like a
that-
theater.
That
act.
one.
Okay.
So the mic was like the stand-up improv show
Yeah.
where they
Oh,
give you a
okay,
topic.
okay.
But yeah, improv, I suck at it.
Yeah.
Like the improv, like you gotta act something out with
Yeah.
someone.
I can't do
I'm so
voices,
bad.
dude. I'm like, oh, I'm not that
feel that.
dude to
Yeah.
like be a different character.
I feel that.
Yeah,
I typecast myself.
I tried to do voices. I think I tried to do like I tried to do like an Irish voice or something, and they're like,
That's so
"Whoa, that's racist."
What?
How is that racist?
That's
That's crazy. You never hear that. Go do a British one. You're like, hey, nice.
Yeah, improv is very. At least where I did it, it was very. I don't know. I guess you had to be PC. I hate using that word.
No, that's
But
literally
that's what
bullshit
it
though.
was,
Like, I hate
yeah.
that
What makes you
shit.
hate using that word?
I don't know. I don't like being the guy that's like, yeah,
Oh.
it's PC, it's woke, it's PC.
Oh,
But I
because then
just
you'll
don't
come
know.
off as like, oh, I'm automatically like the
yeah, I'm
unproblem-
edgy. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I hate that.
I see.
Yeah.
Fuck. All right, now I know.
You know what I mean though? Because there
But
are
no,
the
I do know
guys
what you
who are
mean.
like, their whole thing is being edgy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate that so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, it's kind of just like I just want to be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What's
That's
the
crazy.
what's the hardest you've bombed?
Oh, it could have been on Sunday. This past Sunday.
Oh, really?
I did CJ Price's show.
Oh, that's cool.
Holy shit, dude. I did that abortion stuff I was doing.
That shit killed, dude.
But I did it in front of like an old crowd, and it was half the crowd left like right before I went on stage, and so like it was like a decent room, and then the person before me finished, half the crowd left. I'm like, whatever, I'll still be fine. I go up there, first joke, it gets like a little chuckle, and I'm like, that's not good because that normally I start off with that joke.
You're like
to-
nervous and shit now. Like,
yeah. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll get him back with this abortion stuff. Which I don't know why I did that. And I bombed so bad that there's a person playing guitar that like in the back, like staying behind me, and he would play the music in between each set. And the person before me had them playing music during their whole set, and people were kind of laughing at that. So I did a joke. It bombed. I told him to play his guitar. I did the same joke again. And it bombed again, and then only CJ was laughing because he just thought it was funny that
I feel like
did
when
it
it's someone you
again.
know who kills, it's so funny when you see them just eat shit.
Exactly, dude. And oh my god, it was so bad. It like towards the end of the set, I had to apologize. Like I'm sorry, whoever's going after me. I'm taking you into this hole. This is bad.
Damn, dude. Has anyone ever heckled you really hard where you couldn't clap back?
Man, I don't know. I don't have any good like heckle stories. There was one that like sticks out in my head just because I couldn't say anything to her. Was this girl? I was doing this outdoor show, and I finished a joke. People were laughing, and then she waited for them to stop laughing, and she said, "Not funny," but she didn't say it loud enough where people could hear. It was like only because she was in the front, like only I could hear it.
Damn.
So I can't be like, "Shut up, you fucking bitch." I was gonna be like, "What the hell?" Yeah.
Damn, it's like she was like whispering in your ear, and then if you came at her, you would just look like the bad guy.
Yeah, so I just had to ignore her. But like to this day, this was beginning of the pandemic, and to this day, it bothers me that she just got away with that, and I couldn't say anything to her.
You gotta find her, bro.
You gotta find her, dude. Get
address.
Yeah, you gotta find the dad's address and where she works.
Do you think you still like? What if you just still post that dude's parents' address? Just DM it. Dude, I just that'd be so sick.
Yeah, remember me?
What the like? You completely forgot. Like it was like a drunken stupor when he commented
I feel
that.
like that's even more evil.
Yeah, do it now. I do remember he lived in South Carolina. That's what I do remember.
Fuck, he won't
I
take a
thought you
spirit
could
flight
definitely do
here.
it then.
Yeah.
I was thinking he was here. I was like, damn.
No, he's South Carolina, or else would have showed up at his job.
That's real as fuck. That's crazy. What were you saying?
I wanted to ask, how'd you get started with comedy and everything?
So I guess it's something I kind of, I don't want to say I always wanted to do it. It's not like I was always, but I always thought it was cool. You know, people doing comedy is one of those things like I never really I didn't know how to get started. And then in college, my buddy Jake Rush, hilarious comic. He
That name
was,
sounds so familiar.
yeah, he does comedy out
Did
here.
he just do a special? Like he filmed his own special?
Yes.
Oh, I met him at a mic. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a hilarious dude. But I went to high school with him.
Oh.
And I saw he was doing comedy, so I just asked him about it, and then he just told me how to get started, and then I got into it.
That's at
But-
wait, which college did you go to?
I went to Cal Lutheran,
Oh, okay.
so this was probably right after I graduated. I started. Probably a year after I graduated.
Wait, how old are
actually.
you?
28.
You're
Oh, okay.
28?
Damn,
Yeah.
dude, I thought you were like
I'm
24 this whole
Nah,
time.
I'm an
bro.
old man, dude.
Damn, dude, this is our
You're-
dad. This
Yeah.
is sick.
Damn, bro.
I'm old as hell, dude.
You're not wrinkling at all, though, bro.
No, I got a baby face.
That's
That's
crazy.
sick. Yeah, I started when I was 24.
Okay.
So, which is, how old are you?
I'm 22.
22. So yeah, I get jealous of people who start like younger.
Yeah.
It's because I'm like, fuck, I wish I would have. I could have been like 8 years in right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck, that's true.
But-
But fuck it.
Well,
Some
whatever,
people start at like
can't do
30
anything.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't mean shit. So,
Yeah.
you gotta keep fighting through it.
Yeah, exactly. You can't change it now.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can
Full send it now.
Lucky, you're funny as fuck, bro.
Oh, thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Like,
Dude.
I think you told that one bit. I don't want to give away your
No,
jokes or
no, I don't
anything.
care.
You told that one joke about that dude stealing your bike.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
That shit keeps me up at night for real, bro.
Yeah,
That
no,
shit's
no,
fucking
yeah, my
crazy.
friend Max, who's like my roommate, it was like his first like comedy show, like stand-up set, and he still quotes like your sets consistently.
Dude.
I'm
Oh,
like,
shit,
yeah, dude,
thank you,
it's
dude.
so
Yeah,
funny.
bro.
That makes me feel really good because
Yeah.
you know how, dude, when you just constantly you're like, maybe I should quit. Maybe I
Yeah,
suck.
no, I'm a piece of shit. Like no
Yeah.
one thinks this is funny. This
Yeah.
sucks. And other times, like, yo, I'm the goat, dude.
Yeah.
there's never anything. It sucks, dude.
Dude, yes. After that was the thing too. So I had Shoebox on Friday, which was a good set. That same night, I had another show right after, solid set, and then Sunday I had CJ's show, which was like I was feeling good after
Yeah.
the two good shows, and then you have that, which is one of the worst bombs I've ever had. And
Really?
it's just, like,
Damn.
right back to reality, you know? Yeah.
I think it's cool though because it like humbles you. Because
Yeah.
you're like, all right, gotta rework my
You need
shit.
that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you ever wonder, like, is some of it like brought on by yourself? Like, do you ever do this where you have like good, like multiple good sets, and then you're like, a bomb's coming, a bad
Oh yeah,
bomb's
I always
coming.
think of like law of averages. Like, there's no way I'm not gonna like cry within the next couple months.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I don't know. I don't know if you just bring it on yourself sometimes though.
Yeah, Wi-Fi, but it's like it's inevitable and shit. So it's kind of like you can't really just sit and be like, I'm gonna fucking bomb this one, bro. Like,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then you're gonna psych yourself out in that moment. You know what I mean? You just gotta fucking
Yeah.
just live with it.
Was it the crowd, you think, or was it your delivery, or was it like a mix of both?
I think it was it was a mix of both. It wasn't the best crowd, but it wasn't like an impossible crowd. You know
Oh,
what I
okay.
mean? So it was I think I was going in there a little too relaxed. Like, yeah, I'll just do this new stuff. I was still kind of working out the wording to stuff.
Mhm.
And yeah, so it was not the crowd to be trying to do that with.
Okay.
Yeah.
When do you know? Because I always see you kill, but I feel like you barely post on Instagram, like your bits. When do you know when to post a bit? Because I feel like sometimes I'm like, oh, I feel like this is undercooked. I don't know if I should post it. And then like I do because I'm like, I feel like I don't even want it. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when do you know that I'm just going to share this?
Dude, I do not. That's a problem I have. I need to post more. Like the one I posted recently, I just posted one from Friday's shoebox set, and that was the first time I tried the bit. But I was like, I think I like to post them a lot of times when they're brand new, because they're just bare bones. And I'm like, okay, here's a bit. I think it's funny, but I don't think I'm burning material, because in a couple months it's going to be a much better, tighter bit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, this is funny enough to post, but at the same time, it's gonna get better.
Okay.
So I'm not. I don't know. That's how I look at it. But maybe I shouldn't be doing that.
I don't know how, because I'm just thinking about like the pros. Like we don't see like Bill Burr doing like, oh, look at this new little bit I'm working on. Like he posts it, he disappears. He does his podcast obviously like every week. Yeah. But then he like posts he gets a new special out like every year or two. Yeah. And that's when it's you never see him just like develop and start out shit unless someone leaks a set. Yeah. Okay. So I don't know. I don't know if it's just like our generation for how we share bits. I know Mark Norman consistently shares bits all the time. So
he has so much stuff too.
Dude, yeah, he's crazy. Yeah. Do you have like a writing regimen? Oh,
dude, what I normally do is just well, if anything happens, I'll just type it in my phone in the moment. I'm like, oh, this is a good premise. And then I drive so much because I have to drive like 45 minutes to and from mics every day. So while in my car, I just talk to myself. Yeah. And I'm just like talking out the bits like a crazy person. And then I'll go to the mic, I'll try it out, and I'll same thing, just talk to myself on the way home.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like when you drive, you just work on?
Yeah. So I never sit down and like type something out. Do you do that? Do you like?
I have to write 5 jokes a day or like 5 observations, but like they're probably gonna be trash. Yeah. But like I don't know, but like sometimes one idea just repeats in my head for a while, and then I just rewrite it until it works out. And then I try it out, and I'm like, all right, I'm moving to crowd work. Fuck this. I don't know. And I keep doing that.
What do you mean that you write out 5 observations? Like, what do you mean by like what are you observing?
Like fuck. Oh, one I wrote down was like, it's ironic that Pop Smoke was named Pop Smoked when he got popped and smoked. That's real. My rapper name should be
so it's almost just random thoughts that come to your shit.
Which I'm like, this is trash, right? Like, you guys wait a couple weeks. This might be something. So I don't know. It's literally just random thoughts or just like. Yeah, Filipinos or the black Mexicans. I don't know, like random stuff. But it sucks because sometimes I feel like you ever just write stuff or say something, then you realize like, fuck, I grabbed that from something. Like that idea was based off something that I've watched. Then I realize later, I'm like, fuck.
That reminds me of like writing films or whatever. Like I feel like it's like the same kind of process. Like you think of an idea and then you're like, oh wait, I feel like that exists somewhere, and then you Google it or something. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. So maybe it's kind of like the same kind of deal. I don't know.
You ever been accused of like joke theft?
No, I have not. But when I was working on that abortion bit, I realized.
Well, can we hear that abortion bit? Is it?
I don't even know.
Is this a weird medium? I think it's a weird.
Yeah, it's a weird medium to do the bit. But I'll tell the part that I was that I had to drop was that God, I can't even remember my bits. That like deadbeat dad. We gotta stop giving shit to deadbeat dads because if you get abortion, because that's basically their abortion. That was like the premise of it. Okay. And then I brought it to we have like a little writer. I like meet with Ben and some people to write. I brought it up to them, and they're like, "Oh, that's similar to a Chappelle bit." Yeah. And I'm like, "Oh, fuck, that is." And so I just dropped that. But yeah, I think that, and then what else have I had? I used to have a bit. This was a long time ago. It was when everyone had like the Michael Jackson bits, and Neil Brennan had like a very similar bit about how it was just like a tag, but about how Michael Jackson might have molested those kids, but he definitely wrote Thriller. Dude, that was like one of my best bits. And then he dropped his special, and it was on there. I'm like, oh fuck. So I had to drop that. And then the other one was a bit this. So it was 3. It was about how instead of calling like white people who act black wiggers, we should call them African Americans. Which is, my friend hated it so much. Like, it's so fucking stupid. Get rid of it. And I'm like, fine, it sucks.
Who said it? Who said it was stupid?
My friend from Vegas.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, I think it's funny. And then years later, I found out, like on a podcast, someone mentions like, oh yeah, I remember Kurt Metzger used to have that bit about calling wiggers African Americans. And I'm like, I can't use that bit, obviously, because he has it. But it is funny. I had to send my friend the clip. I'm like, see, if Kurt Metzger had it, it is funny. I can't use it now.
Damn.
Dude. But yeah, what about you? Have you ever been accused of joke theft?
I have, but dude, like last week, I got like pissed off over time because I didn't realize like how weird it was. Like I was at an improv mic at Fourth Wall, and then the topic was like I think discount store. And I said something about like 99-cent store, and I was like, oh, but like inflation, now it's this. And I was like dollar. And then like the next comic went up, and he was like, yo, dude, like that was a really good premise, and you probably just waved it off, but that's so funny, and I'm gonna borrow that bit for my Laugh Factory audition. And I was like, I was like, I waved it off. I was like, oh yeah, we all wrote it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I was like, Jonathan Galliano, I think. Fuck you. Do you know him?
Yeah.
Fuck you, Jonathan. But yeah,
that's crazy.
That dude. And then at first I was like, oh, like that's cool. Like it's kind of like, oh, like imitation is like flattery. Like, but then I was thinking about it. And I remember I talked to him after. I was like, oh yeah, what's the Laugh Factory audition like? And then like he was like explaining to me, I'm like, oh, that's so cool. And he's like giving me like all these other mics to check out. I was like, cool. And then in my car, I was like working at Uber Eats. I'm like, that fucking asshole. Like, what the fuck? Isn't that crazy? And then when I got so petty,
though.
I was looking, I remember because I screenshotted the Fourth Wall who was at that mic that hour, just so I remember. I searched up everyone in that name because I kind of forgot his name. And I searched up, it was like Jonathan Galliano, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
And then I checked if he had an Instagram. I don't think he has an Instagram. And I saw Twitter, and he posted in 2017, just got booked for my second show. And I was like, fuck you, pussy. I was like, you started in 2017, you're stealing from me, dude. From like someone's like 10 years young. I was paid. Isn't that like, that's justifiably like disrespectful, right?
Especially if he's been doing it for that long.
Yeah.
It is so funny though, to just go on stage after someone be like, yo, you're probably not gonna use that.
Yeah. And I was like,
I'm gonna use that
this
bit.
is petty. I'm like, yo, you're not funny.
Oh my God,
I'm like, this dude, like, isn't that true? Like,
That's
I was
crazy.
I don't know. I'm talking shit.
You're probably not gonna use this.
Has anybody said anything to you about that? Like, yo, did that dude really say that to you? Like, you know what I mean? Did anybody go to you afterwards and be like, dude, that dude really did that shit?
No,
bro?
because I was talking to him like we were cool, but then it hit me later. I'm like, that was really weird and like kind of like disrespectful.
That's extremely disrespectful.
I was thinking about Chappelle, how he was explaining about how like Comedy Central took that 50 million from him, and he said when he was younger, he was like 19 hitting mics, and then he did a joke, and then one older comedian's like, hey man, I'll give you $20 for that one joke just to borrow it. And he's like, oh sure. And then that dude goes up and he's been killing with a joke, and then Chappelle's like, hey man, could I actually get that joke back? He was like, I gave you your $20, like fuck off, kid. And then like I was like, wow,
God,
this is my parallel right now.
Yeah.
And no one, so I don't know, I was just like Arthur Fist meme, and I was like, no one, I feel like I can't say this to anyone because no one will get it, but I feel like you get why I was like, because what makes it so wrong? Like I couldn't put words to describe why it just felt disrespectful. Like what is it?
Because he tried to steal your joke in a nice way and like let you know. He tried to make it seem like instead of him stealing from you, it was like one man's trash, another man's treasure. Like, oh, you're gonna get rid of that friggin' sofa anyway. How about I take it off your hands for you?
Yeah,
you're not gonna use it.
I don't know, because I remember the way I responded. He was like, I remember I instantly said, I was like, you could take it. And then, which I don't know why I said, I was like, I feel like a snob thing. He's like, oh, how long have you been doing comedy? I was like, oh, I've been doing it for 3 years. He was like, oh, okay. And he went off. And I was like, was that snobby how I responded? But then I realized, I'm like, no, fuck, I don't care if I came out snobby. That dude's an asshole. Yeah. I don't know.
It's just an awkward ass position too. It's like, you don't even know how to fucking reply. Like,
yeah.
I was,
it would be funny if when he's on stage, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go use that. You should have just been like, no. What are you talking about?
Fuck, all right, now I know for next time, but I don't know. Yeah. Fuck that dude. Should I censor his name? I'm not gonna censor his name. Fuck.
Just let him know.
Put his picture up there.
I'll put his picture. I don't know. I remember he looked like a, fuck, what was that?
Was he older? Like way
older? He
older?
Like Kevin Spacey a bit. He looks a little bit Kevin Spacey-ish. That's crazy. I feel he's caught a case before. I'm gonna keep talking shit, but I'm pretty like it's hitting my anger right. Like I feel warm in the left spot of my brain right now.
Dude.
She got me hot.
Yeah, it should, as it should.
Yeah. I don't know. You ever get in a fight with another comic? You ever been in a fight in general?
Yes, I've been in fights in general with
You
another
did
comic.
jujitsu, right?
Yeah, I did jujitsu I did some MMA for a while, and then I was gonna get ready for a fight. I wanted to do a fight, and then I like the first day of like training for the fight, I just fucked up my shoulder. Like, cause I've had 4 shoulder surgeries, and the first day that happened, I'm like, what am I doing? I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm done with this. But now it's funny. My brother, he's having his second MMA fight.
Whoa.
June 5th.
That's
So
so
it's coming
sick,
up. Yeah.
dude.
So he's living the dream for me, dude.
Damn, that's so cool.
But I've never been in a fight with another comic. I've God, I forget the dude's name. This dude who worked at the Comedy Chateau. He was
Is it the main
Kyle
dude?
Gridley.
Oh, okay.
Kyle Gridley. You know Kyle Gridley?
I
We're just
mean, no
dropping
Felix.
names. Yeah. He's once I was at, well, he's done some shit to Ben that was weird too, and Eli. Like, they were telling me stories about him. Like, he's been cool to me. I don't fucking care. And then once I was at the Chateau, and we were like, I was talking with another comic like off to the side, and we were like whispering, and he's like, he comes up, he's like, oh, you could talk outside, or he said something, but he said it like super disrespectful.
Oh my.
And I'm like, okay, yeah, I know that. And I forget what he said exactly, but it turned to this little like heated argument between us. And that was it. And we ended up just going our separate ways. But that's the only like time I've ever had any sort of conflict with the comic, was just us like arguing.
Yeah.
Damn.
But I think he literally might have like mental problems.
He's on the spectrum.
He might be on the spectrum. Yeah, he might be
He
love
should
on
get
the
off it.
spectrum. Yeah. So I felt bad after, but I was like, I don't know, other people are on the spectrum and they're fucking nice. you
Yeah,
know?
dude. No, I think about that too,
Yeah.
dude. There was this kid in my college who would consistently like harass girls. Like, he would chase, like, literally, like, physically run after girls, and like, he's
was on
like,
the
sorry,
spectrum?
man. And like, I remember, like, I snapped. Like, I remember on sets, I would like roast him. I was like, yo, Ben, like, something's wrong with you.
Yeah.
And then he's like, why do you make fun of me? He's like, like, I'm autistic, I have ADHD. I'm like, I know plenty of
and you're a
nice
rapist.
autistic and
Yeah.
ADHD. I don't know, like, I was like, I feel like if you're using it as an excuse enough, you're self-aware to know, like, it's not right,
Oh, that's
right?
really
Yeah.
dumb.
I don't know. Or like they're around people who just like kind of like were like, hey, it's fine if you go
Yeah.
finger that girl. But,
Yeah.
but like he never.
There's
he's
gotta
like,
be a
"Oh,
point where
sick,
you're
okay."
like, yo, chill.
Yeah, so I don't
Yeah.
know, and like I don't want to be like I would like be like, yo, something. Like I remember I told him, I was like, hey, my friend on the spectrum, who's really nice, said, you're the reason why you make autistic people look bad. And he said that. My friend on the spectrum said that. And then I was like, oh, but no one was mad at me because they're like, he's kind of right. Like,
Yeah.
You were on
Yeah.
stage when you said that?
I was on stage. It was like
You're
my
different.
final show for like
That's
college. I was like, yo,
great.
fuck
Way
it,
to
dude,
go
I'm
out.
out. Like,
Oh man, was he going on stage too?
he was. And like, I remember the first set he did, because he's a bit like incel like too. And he
Oh,
would
yeah.
also talk about how many girls he's fucked like all the time on stage. We're like, yo, this dude does not fuck. Like, he would keep doing that. And then I remember his one bit was like, so I was at Chipotle and I was trying to get pico de gallo, and then the worker kept saying pico de gallo, and then he said no, pico de gallo, and she said no, pico de gallo, and then he said, you fucking cunts. He screamed that into a mic at the Boston Commons
good
in front of all white kids, just and then she was like, it's pico de gallo, and that was the whole bit. That was the whole bit. The
Walks on
punchline
stage.
was just, you fucking cunt. And then everyone in the crowd, just all like white girls, like that's like the N-word to them, dude.
Yeah.
So then
Oh,
like I was
God.
like, yo, something's up with this. Like that was his first set too.
No, you should have got up after that and be like, yo, you're probably not gonna use that.
No.
I'm gonna use that in the laugh track.
No, what I did was like, so I was working at Chipotle over summer, and this kid called me a fucking cunt. Like I flipped it, but like, yeah, I don't know, something's up with that kid. He was very angry. He's
Oh my god.
Bro, have you seen that? You watch Family Guy?
Watch what?
Family Guy?
Yeah, I like not regularly, but yeah, I've seen a bunch of it.
I used to grow up on that, but there's an episode where he like finds out that he's and he walks into the
Oh,
girls' bathroom
yeah.
and he like kicks it open and they're like, ah! He's like, I'm sorry. You're like, oh, it's fine.
It's also hilarious to like brag about how much pussy you get and then get off stage and just chase ladies.
See, look, I go. I don't know, like this dude, like Title IX, is that a general term? Title IX?
I don't
Like
even-
for
what does that mean?
colleges,
Yeah.
it means like you got like a sexual file complaint against
Oh,
you.
shit.
I think this dude called like 3 or 4.
You're lying.
Yeah,
bro.
they like
Damn.
he had so many, and then
What if like
How many did you get before you get kicked out?
I don't know, dude.
Well,
My
I mean,
school
he's on
was
the
so
spectrum,
bad.
so he's
Yeah,
gotta
so
be
he got like
some
he is
leniency,
times 2
yeah.
for him. But no, it was I don't know. Like the school was known to just be terrible with all like I remember for the last semester, like the head of the Title IX court just like quit. So like whenever someone would file a complaint,
Dang.
it would just go to voicemail or something. It was terrible, dude.
I should go to Boston. Looks like I'm transferring. I'm joking. It's okay. We're fine.
We're leaving that in. How was your college
That's
experience?
crazy, bro.
I was listening to your podcast. You said you're a fat boy before.
Yeah, dude, I was fat until like, about high school. I was still like chubby. I was less fat though, and then college, I kind of got into. I lost weight once I was done with football. I lost weight because when I was playing football, I was always like, oh, I gotta eat as much as possible. You got to be big, but yeah, you don't need to be fat. You know?
Yeah.
That's I don't know why I was doing that. And then when I was done with football, I was like, oh, I'll just get into working out.
Yeah.
And then I got in better shape finally. But yeah, whole life just fat Mexican kid.
How long did that take you? Like from like fat to like nice.
Dude, my buddy helped me like with my first diet. It was like I think an 8-week diet
Okay.
where I went from, I was probably like 200 some pounds.
How tall are you?
I'm like 5'11",
Okay.
and I got down to like 160 something.
What's 200 what though? Like what? Like 200 and what? Like 200 what pounds?
Oh, it was probably like probably just over 200.
Okay.
And then I got lost weight. I got in shape, and I had abs finally. I'm like, hell yeah.
That's sick.
And the diet was over. And then I'm like, cool, now I can just eat. And I gained 40 pounds in 2 weeks.
Bruh.
And I got fatter than before.
That's insane, dude.
And I was like, oh, fuck, dude, I can't just eat whatever I want. And I finally figured it out, like how you could just balancing the diet and everything. But at one point, right before COVID, I thought it would, because I was like in decent shape. And I'm like, you know, it'd be funny if I just get fat for comedy. And I got up to almost 250 pounds.
Do you have a photo? Can you send us a photo?
I have one where I'm like 225 probably.
what was like the thought process? Like,
Like,
that doesn't even make sense.
I got it.
I thought it'd be funnier on stage if I was fat.
That's interesting because if there was skinny Gabriel Iglesias, I'm like, who's this dude?
Yeah. Dude, I'm not fun. I don't know. People were just worried about me. Like I remember I went back to Vegas
Yeah.
and they're like, whoa, dude, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, isn't this funny? They're like, what?
Wait, are you from Vegas originally?
No, I'm from out here. I lived there for a year for work.
Oh, okay.
And that was like I did comedy out here for like a month and then moved to Vegas and did my first year out there.
Whoa, what's the
Yeah.
scene like there?
It's much smaller, but it's cool because like everyone knows each other. Everyone's cool. You get to do like these little bar shows and stuff.
Whoa,
So it's cool to start out there. I'm glad I started out there.
that's cool because
And
they have
then-
the cellar there too, which is really
Yeah, when I moved out there, I just got it when I moved out there. So I got to see like a Tell and
Whoa,
some people out there. Yeah, it was really cool.
damn. Is anyone there like holding the city down, or does everyone leave?
Who's there? So funny comics that are out there. Jocelyn Sharp, who we had on Shoebox, very funny. She's out there. Ty Rivera, he's very controversial. I don't know. I always see on Facebook that they're like, I don't know, people are getting in arguments with him, but he's a very funny comic. He's out there. Who else did I know? Jimmy McMurrin's funny. Byron Austin, Gabe Quire. Yeah, those are like some funny people at our level, and then some funnier people like headliners.
Is there any headliner like any like Shane Gillis level?
No, do you
Vegas
know who
comedians?
was out there for a while? Was Sam Talent? He was out there like right before I left. He's been on Gillis's podcast a couple
cool.
times. He wrote that really good book, Running the Light.
Mm.
It was like a huge book that all these comics were.
I don't read.
I got the audiobook. Yeah. But yeah, he was like I think the most recent big name to come out of Vegas.
That's sick.
But he's not even from Vegas. He was just there for a while.
What were
Yeah.
you say you were working like the bars and stuff over there? Like what was your job?
Oh,
over
for
there?
work, commercial real estate.
Are you
Oh,
still doing that?
shit.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah, still doing that.
that's sick.
So I do that during the day, and then at night, comedy.
That's cool.
That's
Is it
crazy.
your full time?
Yeah, that's the full-time gig, dude.
Damn, dude, I have to get into that like soon. What is it like? Like, how do you are you balancing work? Like, how many hours of sleep do you get? Because you work out every day too, right?
Yeah. So normally, at average weekday for me, I get up at 6, and I like do day trading stuff too.
Oh,
So I'll do that from 6 to like 8, and then go to work until 4:30ish. Come home, work out until about probably 6:30. Shower, go to comedy, then come home by like 10 and just get to bed by like 11.
whoa.
Not
Yeah.
too bad.
Damn.
Yeah, so it's
yeah.
not like I'm able to get. It's not like I'm like on 4 hours of sleep or anything like
Oh,
that.
okay.
So it's easy to. It's just like busy during the day,
Yeah.
but I'm able to get sleep and everything.
Sounds like your social life.
Yeah, how do you have a
That sounds-
girlfriend during
yeah,
that? That sounds
pretty
hard. dude.
tight.
Yeah, she's super cool because she knows we just don't see each other during the
Mm.
week. Like she's
You're gonna say like ever. Like,
yeah. So on like Saturdays, Sundays, we'll see each other like during the day.
Oh, okay.
If I have a show at night, she'll probably come.
Okay.
That's
usually.
cool.
And then sometimes she'll come like work out with me or something.
Oh, okay.
But
That's
yeah,
sick.
normally we don't see each other during the week. We'll see each other like twice a week on the weekends.
You're hitting
That's
mics
about it.
every night?
I try to. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
yeah,
sick.
unless it was like something like this. Like tonight, I'm not gonna hit anything. I'm just gonna head home after this.
this is
But
your
yeah.
mic, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel there is practice in this, right?
no, 100%.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to figure out, because I remember I kind of like burned out a bit last summer when I was just hitting mic. I think I was going like, probably only like driving out to LA like 3 times a week and then hitting mics. But I remember I was like, didn't see any friends. I was just like only doing this and then working out. And then, like, I would see you guys every now and then, but I was just like only in it. And I was like, fuck, I don't even know if I like this comedy shit. Like, I was just like
Yeah.
burn out. Like, what am I doing this for? And then like I went back to school and that's where like all like my stand-up comic friends are. So then we're back in, I'm like, oh, okay, I still like this. So there's like
Yeah.
a weird back and forth of like, do I like this? I don't know if I liked it. Like, you know,
Yeah,
like, I
dude,
don't know.
It sucks when you don't know anyone. Like that was.
Yeah.
I'm very bad at like getting to know people especially in comedy.
Yeah.
So I was like, when I first started, I remember thinking, I'm never gonna have any friends in comedy.
I
These
thought,
people
yeah,
are crazy. I'm gonna have my friends, and then I'm gonna do comedy, and it's gonna be weird. But then you started to know people. Like, oh, there are some normal people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
in
that's what I
comedy.
think. Cause like, dude, there are weird people in
Yeah.
this scene, dude.
Dude, there's crazy people.
There literally is. Like,
Yeah.
do you
What,
remember?
what do you mean by crazy though? Like,
Okay, I'm actually
Yeah.
we might censor her name. Do you remember Caroline, the stripper comic?
Oh, yes,
Who like
crazy.
went on Bobby? Dude, I remember
Yeah.
she was like one of the first people I met though, like last summer.
Oh,
Like,
that's a crazy one to
Accidental
meet.
Chaos. And she told me about Accidental Chaos because the fourth wall mic got closed. And then she told me to come to Accidental Chaos. And then like after, she gave me advice for like literally like 25 minutes of like what to do, what not to do in like comedy. And then like I think 2 months later, there's a video of her storming Bobby Lee on the stage and saying, you're did you see that video?
Yes.
Yeah, dude. And I was like, what the
She's
fuck?
insane.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
once
thought yeah.
she stormed me on stage
Whoa.
once. It was at a mic. It was at Fourth Wall, and I was working on a bit about how it was about how everyone's saying like support sex workers, and she's a stripper or something.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I don't know, you gotta support them. That's kind of, we have to support all. I didn't even get into the bit, and she just gets up, and the restroom is behind the stage, so she walks like past
there's
me.
no.
Yeah, she walks
Oh.
past me, opens the door to the back, and like slams it behind her. And I was like, what the hell was that? And then she was just like in there my whole set. And then after that, I just was talking shit on her my whole set. But it was crazy. I thought she was like coming up to fight me. I was
you
like,
nervous?
do I just drop her? What do I do?
Do you think it was that? Because I remember the last time I saw her, I feel like it's like a disrespectful thing to kind of go to the bathroom while someone's performing.
No,
Shut
she
up.
like, it was intentional. She like,
okay.
it was right when I said it. And she like stormed and she slammed the door on purpose.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, the slamming is because I remember.
Yeah.
I'd never see comics use the bathroom during sets, like at mics, because it is just like a courtesy thing.
Yeah.
And then like, but she's the only one who I saw just do it when I was at Hollywood Cafe. I was like, oh, like it's cool. She's giving me advice. She's cool. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was just like, oh, maybe she really needs to go. But the fact that she did it to you too, I'm like, all right, this was not an accidental thing.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, it was-
she's insane.
Was she cool though? Like when you were talking to her, she was like
Yeah,
giving you
she
advice.
was really cool. Like I was just like meeting everyone. Accidental Chaos is sick. Do you like Accidental
I've
Chaos?
never been.
Whoa, it's like
Yeah,
a
that's a late
fra-
night one, right?
Yeah, it's a late night one.
I
It's,
don't really go to the late night ones
Oh,
too
okay.
often.
it's like all like nerdy frat dudes that are swole. Do you know Nathan
sick.
Lowe?
Yes.
Yeah, that dude. I think he's one of my favorites. Just in LA, he's so funny. But he runs it, and then he like it was just like a cool environment. Like everyone just like fucks with each other, but like everyone's like nice. When I went, and then she was just like outside, and then she talked to me from my car for literally like 20 minutes. Like, like, yeah, so like this is the scene, like watch out for these people, like watch out. He's like,
Who's
and if you have like money,
watch out for?
no, she didn't say
For
watch.
her?
She's like watch out. Yeah.
Watch out for me.
Watch
I'm
out for
gonna
me in a
get
couple
ya.
months. Yeah. No, but she was just saying like advice. She's like, don't be like the asshole. Like just be nice to everyone. She's like, if you have money, like don't show it whatsoever. And then I remember while she was saying this, there was this other dude completely contrasting what she was saying no matter what. She's like, don't be a show off. He's like, hey man, I got this new computer bill, you want to see it? And you show it back to back. And then she was like, and like if you have wealth, don't show it off. And then he was like, well I got money, my parents are both like lawyers, and like I'm driving a Beamer right now. Like he was exactly like, and like he wasn't self-aware that she was saying, stay away from this type of dude. But yeah, she was just giving me like all this general advice of like just like common courtesy stuff. It was like some common sense stuff and like some other I don't remember what it was, but I just remember how she made me feel, and it was very nice.
Bro, yeah,
she was very nice. But then later I was like, oh shit, she is tweaking, dude.
Yeah. I think that's what makes people the craziest too, is when they could seem so normal, and then you're like, oh, whoa,
that's switch, bro.
Yeah. Most of the people who look crazy from the get-go, you're like, oh, that's a crazy person.
Yeah.
And you kind of like gauge it from the beginning, you know? If they seem normal at first, and then you get to them, you're like, whoa. That's the scary part, when you're like, oh, any of these people could be nuts.
I feel like you were talking about like in that, just like there's just weird people like in that industry and shit. But I feel like if you got a niche ass industry, I feel like there's gonna be weird people no matter what.
Yeah,
even like with film and shit, like I think there's like nothing but weird people. There's just kind of like, not to be rude, there's just kind of like little nerdy people that like, you know, they're just like, super into films and shit.
Like the grips on set are like all convicts. Like no matter what.
Dude.
I don't know.
That's insane.
I remember I was at there's also just like, I feel like the fourth wall in NoHo, I love going there, but I feel like they're just like incel. Like I don't know, everyone's just like angry. Everyone's Arthur Fist memed up in there.
Yeah.
Like, I remember once I was at a mic and like I did pretty cool, and I mentioned like, oh, I'm cool. Like this is cool. Like I'm kind of new to this mic, and then I do pretty well, and then the next comic follows, and then he says some of these new comics have to actually be he said some of these new comics have to be like the rest of us to actually be funny. That was like the first thing I was like, whoa.
Who was that? Do you remember who?
Fuck, I don't remember, but I remember Nick Simmons was there. I remember Nick Simmons was there. I remember there was a skinny 30-year-old dude with a lanyard in his pocket. And I was like,
nice.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that's a characteristic. And then he bombed. I was like, because I laughed. I was like, oh, he's
was that
fucking
the
around.
guy who said thing?
Yeah.
Oh, and then he just bombed?
And he bombed
so funny.
And then he bombed. And then like I remember after I was like gonna be like, yo, like I thought you know, like people talk shit and like off stage, like we're cool. Yeah. But this dude stormed off outside, like I mean, like eyes to the floor, and walked out.
If you say that, you better kill.
Yeah, dude. So
you're gonna be like, yo, if you want to be good at comedy, you gotta be like us, and then bomb.
Yeah, and I'm like, damn, he got raped and he's not funny. But yeah, I don't know. I was like, yo, that dude's gonna like fucking. He looks so angry. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, there are complete psychopaths there.
Yeah, but it's a cool one. I feel like it's like a trial by fire. What do you think is the hardest mic? Do you think there's like one area?
The hardest mic? That's a tough one. Because some are like, I don't know. I don't want to count the ones that are just bad because they're not. There's some rooms that are tough where like you have to be funny. And there's some that are just so bad where it's like, oh, you might as well just be talking to a wall.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like how THC could be sometimes
yeah.
Where like, you could have your best jokes. It's like, oh, everyone's on their phone. No one's paying attention.
Yeah, I hate that when people on their phone. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Insane,
what are we
like
here
you
for?
pay to just go fucking like space out. Like that's so
dude.
dumb.
Oh
like,
my god. Yeah.
So I mean, like, do you try to avoid shit like that though?
Yeah, that's like THC. I've done that. There was once I did it, and me and Ben signed up for 3 in a row, and the first one sucked so bad. Everyone on their phone. Second one, same thing. And we got to the third one, we're just leaving. This is terrible. Because they ran like an hour and a half too, and they're supposed to run an hour at most. It was it was insane.
Yeah.
Have you done the Pasadena comedy?
I did a show there once, but I haven't done the mic. Have you?
The mic, yeah, the mic there is like wholesome. I don't know what it was. Like I was like comparing this mic was like iFunny. Like the app, and then like fourth wall in NoHo's like 4chan. Yeah, like that's what, like it was support. I was like, oh, we were so nice. Like it was a cool. I've done the mic like once or twice, but yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, that one's. I love. Have you done Next Up?
No, I haven't.
Next Up's a really good mic. Big Chillin'. That's another good mic. I was doing the Comedy Nook for a while because that's there's a lot of women in there, and a lot of times you'll do fourth wall. And it's like, okay, it's funny for this group of bros, but will women laugh at it? So it's cool to go there and like get a different opinion from the audience.
Is that on
Like a different
Melrose?
audience. Yes.
Oh fuck, dude! I think that's one of the hardest I've bombed.
Yeah,
there.
it's a tough one. Yeah.
Like I remember, I bombed so hard. The next 2 or 3 comics made fun of how hard I bombed, and I was like, that was the cringiest set I've ever seen.
Oh,
and then
that's
like
tough.
this one Filipino guy went up. He's like, come on, man, you're making us look bad. But then he bombed too. Mario, you remember Mario? You know Mario, the long hair Mario. Fuck, I forgot his last name. Mario Rodriguez. Do you know him?
I don't think so.
Oh fuck,
no.
but like he's like this funny dude, and like he's the only person there that like knew me. So like he's like, oh, like this isn't just like a kid fucking. Because I remember I started off
Yeah.
with like it was just all premises. It was like premise heavy. I was like, you think dudes who have sisters with like huge tits are like nervous to introduce them to their friends? Like, and then like it was like there's nothing there. It's just like a question, and I would go on with my set. And then like I remember like everyone's eyes were on the floor. It was like the owner's birthday. Like this young girl, like she's like I think she's like a 22 or 23-year-old girl,
Oh, right.
and like she has like an army husband, and then she was like eyes to the floor, and it was her birthday, and I was like, oh fuck. And then I remember after the mic ended, I was trying to say like later to people, and then like, oh, what's your name, like Allie, whatever, later, and I was like, fuck. I
Damn.
felt so bad.
Yeah,
dude.
it was your first time meeting these people too.
It was my first time. Yeah,
That-
so,
it sucks bombing when like they don't know you're funny. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's like, no, I'm working out premises. I'm funny.
yeah.
You know, I have good stuff. Don't worry. Like,
Like,
And
give me
that
a
was your
chance,
first
bro.
impre- oh,
I
it
never went
sucks.
back. I need to go back just to
So
face the
tough,
fear
bro.
because I remember I felt terrible because I remember I bombed
yeah.
the Hollywood comedy that night and I bombed that. No, I bombed Fourth Wall that night and I bombed that one. It was like back to back and I was like, fuck, this is terrible.
Makes you,
Yeah.
like contemplate your existence. After
That's
that,
really what
bro.
happens.
Like,
It's kind of cool though. Like after you pass that, you're like, okay, we're cool.
Yeah.
It's a cool rock. I don't know if rock bottom is the word, but like,
Yeah. Yeah. No, I know exactly what you mean.
yeah.
Yeah.
What time do you usually go to Mike's?
I'll normally hit like a 7 and 8.
Oh,
I'll try to
okay.
hit 2.
I feel like that's why I've never seen you at Mike's. We're
When
only
do
doing
you
like,
go?
I was doing like only like improv, like 12 p.m., 1 p.m. stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I'm moving there to LA in like a week, so I'll probably like hit night ones now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just because I've worked during the day.
Oh, okay.
So nights like 7 and 8 work perfect for me.
Oh,
And
so,
then 9 gets a little late. I'm like, yeah, I just need to hit 2 a night and I'm good.
okay.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, dude. So you start to hit hit the what are they called? Big Chillin' next up. Those are some good ones to hit. If you
Third-
when you start hitting night ones.
Oh, okay. You hit third wheel too, right?
I've been to it a couple times, but that's another one that's kind of late for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see. How far do you live? Where do you live?
Agora Hills. So I'm moving to actually.
Oh, okay.
So it's
That's
gonna
still like
be
the general same area though, right? Like,
yeah, it's gonna be like maybe another 10 minutes
Yeah,
further,
that's not
maybe.
bad.
But yeah, normally it takes me 40 minutes to get to the mic. 45 minutes
Oh,
maybe.
damn.
If I go to Burbank, if I go to deeper in LA, it's like an hour.
Oh,
But,
fuck. Okay.
yeah, that's why I like to stick to the NoHo stuff. Yeah.
That's crazy. So like, what's like your end game? Like, what are you trying to do? Like full-time comedy, like in the future and shit?
Yeah, just stand up. That's all I
Okay.
really.
You're not trying to get into acting or anything like that. Like,
I mean, it's one of those things like I'm open to,
Yeah.
but the goal is stand up.
Okay.
It's not because
I think so.
yeah, I don't know. A lot of people, I feel like they do stand up to
Yeah.
kind of supplement their acting,
yeah.
which is it probably helps out a lot. But for me, I'm not. I can't act. I don't think I did like a commercial acting class, and I was like,
Okay.
I'm just gonna stick to stand up.
Yeah.
You know, and we'll see where that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you guys? Where your path's leading with the podcast and everything?
I feel like for this, I mean, like I feel like this is just kind of showcase just kind of like our humor and shit.
Yeah.
Podcasting is so fun, dude.
Yeah,
It
it's
I
is,
love
dude.
podcasting.
Yeah,
It's
it's
sick.
just hanging, dude.
Yeah.
Literally
you
just
be
talking,
productive.
like,
yeah.
It's crazy, but I mean, for the most part, like I want to make like movies and stuff. Like I want to act too, but I think for the most part, like, I want to direct. So
Oh, that's dope.
yeah, but I mean, we've done like a bunch of stuff together. I mean, like me and him like acted like in a bunch of just like little shit here and there. Like
Like little sketches we're doing.
yeah, I think I feel like especially like kind of like with the atmosphere that we have, I feel like you could definitely probably feel super comfortable like some shit that we do. Like
Yeah, I
Yeah,
do want to
exactly.
get into sketch. That's something that I think like me and Ben, and I keep mentioning Ben, but
Hi, Ben.
Yeah,
Dude, I
Ben.
met you through Ben. Shout out, Ben.
yeah, Ben run our show. I run Shoebox with him.
okay,
But yeah, me and Ben, we're always talking about we want to get into like writing sketches and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just tough to get the people together. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's
no, 100%.
it's hard enough to
yeah.
get us together to like write
Yeah,
for a couple hours, and then if we gotta dude, it's a whole thing. So we just got to find, I think, the right people.
We're down to help
do
if
it.
anything.
Dude, let us
Hell
know,
yeah,
bro.
dude. We got so many ideas written down, and that's it. We're like,
Same.
can we just like tweet out these ideas and be like,
Yeah,
yo,
bro.
what about this sketch? Would this be funny?
Everyone's like, we love that. Like, that's just it.
Are you on Twitter?
Yeah. I'll tweet like randomly. You know,
okay.
I got it probably like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Barely? Like, you just barely got on it?
Just got on it, dude. I was like, okay, now I'm doing comedy. I should have a Twitter probably.
Yeah.
And then just occasionally I'll put out something. It's just stupid.
Wait, so what year were you in high school?
Graduated in 2012.
Oh, okay. Damn, that's cool. So like social media wasn't a thing.
It was like
MySpace.
Instagram was like,
Starting,
yeah,
like, yeah.
Instagram was just coming out. I think it was probably around for like maybe probably like a year and a half,
Yeah,
2
I think
years.
it came out 2011, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think Facebook bought it. Well, I know, like, obviously MySpace has been around, but
Yeah,
I think-
I was never on MySpace. That was
Yeah.
before me. And
no,
then
I think it like evolved with Instagram. Like,
Mm.
it
Yeah.
changed after that.
Facebook was my first thing. And I didn't even have
Same.
that until like I was like a sophomore in high school probably.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so I just didn't have, and it's not that it
That's
wasn't
cool,
around.
though.
People just didn't like. I just didn't have it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I feel it's cool being off. Like if you're off the grid right now, I feel like you'd like have such a peace of
Yeah.
mind, dude.
But it's it'd be so weird because you'd probably be so like,
Yeah,
obviously,
it
like, I feel like the fact that we know what it's like to be connected and shit, I feel like if we cut loose entirely right now, I'd feel
Yeah.
weird. It'd be weird as fuck.
It's super weird, dude.
Yeah.
And do you ever meet someone who's like not on any social media? You're
Yeah.
like, that's weird.
It's so rare though. Like,
Yeah,
Dude,
but there are people like that.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, what's your Instagram? They're like, actually, I don't have one.
they're like,
Whoa.
my
Dude,
what?
I met a dude like that. He's like, but I have a business card. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you had a nice business card holder. I'm like, yo, you gotta fucking grow up.
Yeah, man. No, I used to love Twitter, bro. That was literally like my life, and like now my spirit's broken with that shit.
I feel everyone's on
Like,
there is just angry.
And literally, bro, it's
Yeah.
just nothing but just toxic ass shit. Like, crazy.
Yeah, I just follow like other comics, and that's
Yeah.
and then Jinx. You guys know that Jinx page? It's like all just conspiracy videos that are like.
Oh,
It's very
Never heard of
funny.
it.
I like getting in
It's,
rabbit holes like that.
It's he just like it'll be like they're like funny videos. I don't even know how to explain it, but that's a funny page. I don't know. I don't know why I brought it up. But that, and then I just got on Reddit. That's
Reddit's
fun.
sick.
I've been going down Reddit rabbit holes. Those are
Damn, dude, I don't think I've ever done that before. Like
Subreddit. I remember Reddit
Yeah.
porn. Fire.
Reddit porn.
Yep.
interesting.
Dude.
No, I'm
On the
just
porn-
on there for the fighter and the kid subreddit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, people are talking shit.
It's
Hard.
crazy. It's so funny.
So what do you say? It's just like forums where like people just like.
Yeah.
I feel like it's social
basically,
media
right?
without like someone's clout. Like no one cares about clout. It's just kind of like sharing
Yeah.
Okay.
information, right? I feel like that's a good way to put
Yeah,
it.
I think so. Yeah,
Okay.
there's like the different forums and stuff. It's like, yo, let's talk about like the fighter and the kid. Have you heard about that one at
I've
all?
never heard of
Do you know what it is? So it's a podcast, and Brendan Schaub. Okay, it's
that.
Brendan Schaub, Brian Callen, two comedians. They have a podcast, and they had a Reddit or their Reddit subreddit, whatever it was, and it started off as like their fans, and now it's just like 70,000 people that all hate them. And their whole subreddit is just like, yo, they're retarded. Like, check
That's
this out.
insane.
They speak their own like language. It's so funny.
That's crazy. Did they do something though? Like, what made everybody hate them and shit? Like,
I think it's Brendan. People hate Brendan
Yeah,
Schaub.
they just hate
that's
Brendan
crazy,
Schaub.
bro.
Yeah, they're like, you're not funny.
I would
It's-
look to kill myself. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
dude,
he said
I
he had to
would not
delete-
be able to handle that.
He
Yeah,
said he had to delete like social media. I think he said because of how much. And he said, he's saying like Bobby Lee made all these accounts to hate
Yes,
already. I was
yeah.
like, what the fuck, dude?
oh my god, so funny.
bro.
I would have to find so many addresses. Dude,
Yeah,
if I
dude.
was Brendan.
Yeah, no, like we were talking about that earlier, just like the comments and shit. Like, I don't think I can handle that shit. Like, I think I posted that one video of me singing that, like, let's get. You heard the original, like, let's get
Yeah.
started, yeah. So I recorded a video of me singing it, and then I was kind of thrown off by it, and I posted. I even asked them, I was like, yo, is it cool if I post this? And I remember I ended up just doing it either way, and like I remember I got kind of high one night. It was that night I posted it, and like out of nowhere, some random person I don't know who they are, like comment on it. They were like, bro, with like a sad face, and I got mad paranoid. I was just like.
Dude,
So I went and I fucking immediately deleted it. I was like, I can't fucking deal with this stress,
Yeah,
bro. Like,
that-
it's too much.
oh my god, I hate it, dude.
Yeah.
It's that
It's
stress
insane,
is.
like-
Dude, we do like on our podcast, we do the natty or nots. So
Dude, I was watching the episode, the Natty or Not episode, and I was like, fuck. I remember like my body goals would all like someone's like, oh, who do you want to be? Who do you want to look like? I'm like, oh, Tom Holland. I'm like, he's probably Do you think he was juiced?
He could go either. Like he did gain a lot of muscle between. I forget which movies it was, but between two of the movies, he gained a lot of muscle. But he could it's easily a attainable physique. It's just like the amount of time it took him to get it was a little weird. But he still could be.
You think he's natty?
He could be, but you never know with these movie dudes.
Because I didn't know because when I was watching the episode, you guys were saying like, oh, they're not, and I'm like, so many people you were mentioning were not natty.
Yeah,
and then I was like, fuck, I did not know it was that common for people to juice up,
especially with like in Hollywood and that. But we did one on Joe Jonas. And
Joe Jonas?
Yeah, because he like
so random.
He got like he had some transformation, I guess, where he said he put on like 30 pounds of muscle or something. And Nick's was like, yeah, not natty. You don't put on 30 pounds of muscle, which makes sense. And then Joe Jonas commented, he's like, I'm natty, boys. And that comment, I was like, oh, fuck, dude. I'm sorry, Joe.
Whoa, that's crazy. Wait, how many followers do you guys have on the TikTok one?
We just hit like 30K, I think.
Whoa, that's sick, dude. That's so cool.
Dude, slowly picking up.
That's crazy. How long have you guys been doing it?
We started probably like end of last year, I think.
Damn, this is what, only 6 months?
That's so sick.
Yeah, probably around that, maybe a little longer, but yeah, around 6 months, I think.
Was that the one that helped like pop it off, like that Joe Jonas comment?
No, that was actually recent. We had like a video on The Rock, that a Rock Natty or Not, which was big for us, and then there was one other one. I forget what it was. I think like the leanest we've been. We talked about.
Oh, I remember. You were saying something about like the best body physique you had. It was like the best, but like you had no sex drive whatsoever.
Yeah, you feel like shit when you're that lean.
Like mentally, you think you're like that. Like, are you fucked up mentally? You think, or is it just like you're just not horny?
You just like your hormones get fucked when you're that. We have that low of body fat. You're just you don't want to. You know what I mean? And you're like no energy even to like. I didn't want to walk up the stairs.
Damn.
So yeah, and I was like,
insane.
I can't
so it's
do
like
this.
what, like you. How do you even like work out and shit after that? You just kind of have to like wait for it to pass.
You just kind of power through, and
That's
then
insane, bro.
Yeah, and then you can't keep doing it. That's why you gotta. Everyone's different, but you kind of gotta get to a weight that's good for you, a body fat that's more healthy for you. But yeah, when I was like my leanest, it sucks. I'm like, why would I want to do this?
Damn, but you're like, yo, I'm fucking hot, but it was
I'm like, yo, I'm jacked, but I can never use this.
Because I want to figure out like that balance of like looking good, but also like not skipping social events to go work out. You know,
that's what sucks too, dude. When I was like, sorry, I can't go out and drink. I'm dieting. It's like, okay, well, now you look good in your room by yourself.
Yeah, that's
so real, bro.
So stupid.
Do you think growing up fat made you funnier or like made your personality?
100%.
That's
100%, dude. I think because I don't know. I think also what kind of fucked with me too growing up. I grew up with like a weird group of friends that it was a very small school and I was the new kid, and a lot of people would like act cool to your face and then like talk shit behind your back specifically to me. I was like, I knew I wasn't like really in with them, but they like act cool. So I think now that fucks with me doing stand up where I think, even if people are laughing, I'm like, I'm not funny.
I have that too. I'm like, everyone here still hates me. Like,
exactly. I'm like, everyone's it's that, and then those are the two things I see in stand up. That and then being fat, which made me like try to be funny.
It developed that personality because I feel like it's rare you see like an angsty fat dude.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know. I feel like comedian is a weird word. What do you say? Like, I don't say like, oh, I'm a comedian. You know, it's just a weird phrase. Do you say comic? What do you say?
I think I go back and forth, but I normally don't say anything.
I don't. Yeah, I don't normally say.
What are you?
I normally wait for. That's why, like right now, I can say the commercial real estate thing.
Okay.
Right? But if I didn't have that job and be like, so what do you do? I'd be like, fucking hang out.
Like at social event, like if you're at a party with your girlfriend, does she say, "Oh, he's my comedian boyfriend"? Or like
sometimes she does.
Oh, okay.
If like she won't say it out of the blue, she'll say it like if someone says things like, "Oh yeah, he's a comedian." I'm like, stop.
Hey.
Yeah, we can stop. I don't know. I still feel weird saying I'm a comedian if I'm not making a living off of it.
I remember
too.
I made it for literally like 2 minutes because I thought my bio on Instagram just looked messy. So I was like, because I put like comedy on it, but I won't say comedian. So then, like, I changed my title to like the official business organization comedian. I did like 2 minutes. I look at my other friends. They're like, they don't say what they do. All right, I'm taking this shit off. I'm not a fucking comedian.
Yeah, dude.
It's weird. Once like I could make money, I guess that's when you. But it's still weird.
Bro,
it's
so
still
when
weird.
would you start making money off something like that though? Like,
Probably never.
I remember explaining to me how like auditions at the fucking comedy store work. I was like, oh, cool. I'm like, fuck, I don't know anything in this business.
Yeah, well, I just found it out. Like Ben tells me how to do.
Ben knows
comedy.
a lot, dude.
Yeah, Ben's like, yo, sign up for this. Sign up, send your video here. Do this. Ben.
it's crazy.
Yeah, Ben gets me all my stuff. I don't know.
He's like your manager.
He is basically my manager. He's the
cool.
reason I started the show.
Whoa.
Yeah, Ben's and he always hypes me up. He's
Yeah,
like, yo,
that's
dude,
so
you're
nice.
hilarious. I'm like, thanks, because I was gonna after that CJ show, I was gonna fucking end it all. So thank you. Yeah.
I don't know. But fuck, what was I saying? How did I get to comedian?
We were talking
you're
about when do you make money? Is that weird?
Well, before that, you were even talking about like when people ask you, like what do you do? Like you don't say like I'm a.
Yeah, it's where I feel like I just like, oh, I like doing stand up, but it's still weird to be like, oh yeah, tell me a
You
joke.
just gotta
then.
embrace
Like,
it, bro.
but I don't know. Like,
I feel like that aspect of it is super annoying.
hate
Though.
that-
It's like
it's
it's
like-
just like the expectation of they're like, bro, like you're funny then, bro. And it's like, bro, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Like,
Dude, it's the word when people like my family said this to me because I'm very they're not a couple of my uncles and stuff because I'm more like reserved, I guess, around them. And I remember once when my uncle first heard I was doing stand up, he's like, "Oh, you're not funny." I was like, "What the hell, dude?"
yeah,
Yeah,
like
bro.
fuck you.
Thanks, dude. But yeah, it's weird because like my friends will be like, "Oh yeah, I could see it. Like I could definitely see you being a stand up." But then like other people, it's like, "Whoa," because like I said earlier, it's hard for me to go out and like meet people, like talk to people, and kind of open up if I don't know them already.
Yeah,
You know, so once I get to know you, I'm like, okay, cool. Now we could crack jokes and stuff.
yeah.
But at first, I come off as very, I think, just reserved
Okay.
and
Oh,
just when I'm meeting new people.
I totally
I
feel
see
that.
it. Yeah, because this is like the longest we've talked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Normally, I'm just like, what's up?
No, I feel like you're still pretty open in conversation. I still feel like I don't know Ben, even though like I feel like he was like my entrance to like comedy
Yeah.
scene in LA.
Dude,
But
he's crazy.
yeah,
He's insane. I remember I'd probably known him. This was a couple months ago. I was like, I mentioned that we're friends or something. And then Ben's like, yeah, I guess we are friends. I was like, what, dude? We've been like hanging out all the time for like the past year. And we're just now. He's like, yeah, I was considering us acquaintances, and now dude, probably over the past like 2 months was the first time he's like, no, we're friends. I can say we're friends. I'm like, dude, you're crazy.
sometimes he'll just text me and then he'll just start off the text with "you're," and I was like, and like I thought I'm waiting for like a follow up text, and I'll be like, "What's up?" And then he just tells me what he wants. I'm like, why don't you just open up?
Yeah, just say it.
Just gotta let you know, like, hey, like I'm here, like, what's up?
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, I'm like, how does this man come? Like, I feel like the most I've talked to him was the first time I met him, and then after that, it was just all just random sound effects he'd send me.
Yeah.
It's not voice memos, but it's just like, error. What the fuck? How is it with shoebox? Because I feel, are people like bothering you guys? Do you book or is it all Ben?
Ben does the booking. So
Okay.
if there's someone I want to book, I'll give Ben the name, and he'll be like, okay, and like throw him on a list. But he
Okay.
handles all the booking. So
Yeah,
so-
that seems complicated, dude.
Yeah, because I think that's good because for me, if I was doing the booking, there'd be too many people getting on. Because
I'd be
feel
too
bad.
nice.
Yeah, I'd be way too nice. Ben is fine with telling people, no, you're not funny enough.
Oh,
He'll just straight up tell you. Like every person going into the show, I guess, we think they're funny,
Hmm.
and then sometimes we're like, okay, we shouldn't listen to that recommendation.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was a tough one.
Yeah. I've been twice, and I feel like I would say a good 90% was like solid as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are still doing it, or is it kind of like, oh no, if you guys are gonna continue the show?
Well, we're for sure doing so. This next show, June 24th, is on my birthday.
Oh,
So
cool.
Ben let me pick one person to be on the show. He's like, "As a birthday gift, you get to pick one person." I'm like, "Thanks, dude." So after June, we're gonna it's gonna be our first show was July last year.
Okay.
So we're gonna have a year of shows.
Oh,
So
cool.
we're gonna start to have these restock shows where it's
Oh.
like best of, like the best comedians of the past year.
Oh,
We're starting
cool.
to have them on. So we're gonna do a couple of those. Yeah, maybe we'll take it on the road a little bit.
Yeah.
That's sick. Cause
Bro,
yeah,
that's
dude, you guys have like
fucking sick,
huge
yeah.
names. Like
Yeah,
like
we
just
think
you had like Eddie Pepitone for one.
Eddie Pepitone. He destroyed. Were you at that one?
I was at that one. Yeah.
God, he destroyed. Eddie Pepitone. Mike Falzone was another killer.
Oh yeah. He's the guy with the long hair.
Oh yeah, I remember. Oh yeah, I remember him.
He's killed, dude. What were you gonna say something about Eddie?
Oh yeah, he like dropped the mic and just like left. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the show, right?
Yeah. Oh my God, he's so good.
Yeah.
Is it?
Eddie was.
Sorry, wait, continue.
I was just saying, Eddie was one of those people that's so good. You see him, you're like, I should quit. I'm never gonna be that good.
I remember the first show. I think his name's Egan or what's
Yes,
his? Yeah,
Egan.
I remember it was him. It was like the first shoebox show I went to. I was like, yo, fucking, what am I doing? Like everyone, when was? I think it was like August or September. Whenever he was on that show.
I think that was August. Yeah.
I was like, wow. I was like, fucking, I gotta step it up. People here are so good. You guys like
Dude.
killed that show. I was like, I gotta fucking quit. I think that
was a
might have
good
been the
show.
best LA show I've been to.
That
I
was
think
a
so.
really good one. Yeah, because that one had Egan. That one had Nick. That one had God, I'm getting all the shows mixed up. I know Egan and Nick were both on the same show though. And yeah, both killers. Egan did the potluck with me the other day.
Oh, sick.
He killed there too. But yeah, he's hilarious.
How old is he? He looks
I think it was just his birthday yesterday. Actually, I think he turned 28.
whoa, everyone's
think.
old. Every time I think I'm like, oh, they're like pretty close. They're still
That's
pretty
that's
close.
disrespectful to say though. They're not old, bro. Like
They're not
Yeah.
old, but no,
Come
but
on.
like I never meet. Cause I'm like, oh, cool, someone like but I never meet anyone like my age, like 22 or like in college.
Yeah,
Stand up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think there's a couple people like very few. There's a couple in college. Probably like 20. Like when I started, that's like 24.
Oh,
There's
god.
gonna be more people your
Yeah.
age, I think.
I
I think
remember.
too, 'cause there's probably everybody in college is like mad insecure and shit too. It's just kind of like that's probably like one of the fucking hardest things to like try to like get into and shit at that age. Like,
Yeah,
that's gotta be super tough.
and also I think a lot of people, if they do start like when they're 22 in college, once they graduate, then they start to hit it more.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
see. Cause I remember I met this one dude who's close my age at like the chateau, and then this one dude is like, oh, you two are like my favorite like young comedians, and I was like, oh, that's so nice, thank you, man. And that dude looked at me, he's like, how old are you? I'm like, oh, I'm 22. I'm like, how old are you? He's like, 23, and then just walked away. And I followed on Instagram, and he just disregarded me. I was like, what the fuck? He made a weird competition. I was like, oh, cool, pal. And I'm like, oh shit, it's so weird. I feel like there's a lot of like just like mean, just like insecurity. I
Yeah.
feel in like the scene. It's cold, but I'm like, fuck, I just want friends, dude. What's going on?
I'm trying to think of who's young. How do you know Ray Lau?
Oh yeah, I met Ray.
Is he might be a little older. He's probably like
I think he's like a year or
24,
two, but I think he was a close. I met him at a mic once. Yeah, that's a cool dude.
He's very funny. Do you know Eddie Ho?
I don't think I've met Eddie.
Eddie's another.
Is he out of the
I'm just listing Asian
Yeah.
guys. I told Ben this the other day. I'm like, the future of comedy is Asian. Like it's all Asian guys that that like come to mind immediately. But Eddie Ho's another funny dude who's
Wait, is he
younger, I think.
from out of the country? Like he has an accent?
No.
Oh.
Are you thinking of Viet?
Oh yeah, I remember that dude is funny.
Yeah, Viet's funny. Yeah, he has that super thick accent.
Is he Vietnamian?
Vietnamian.
Vietnamese.
Yeah, I think he is.
Okay.
Vietnam. So man.
He is if he eats. Vietnam. Man.
Do you know anyone else from like high school or college that's doing stand up? Or is it,
I
like,
have
comedy?
two buddies who I went to high school with, same like graduated with, who are both doing comedy. So Jake Rush and my other buddy Morgan Linewall, who's he's in Austin right now. He runs this show in Austin, Broken Zoo.
Whoa, that's
It's
cool.
probably one of the best. Austin. It's like it's the shoebox of Austin.
Oh,
basically,
that's
is what I
sick.
know. Yeah. Them two. I think besides that, yeah, that's all I know that I know from high school or college. They're doing it. Yeah, I'm sure
Austin's-
Emerson. You know, a bunch of people.
Where'd you go to college?
I don't know.
I went to Moore Park College for
Okay.
2 years, and then I went to Cal Lutheran.
Oh, you were part of the
that's
transfer
serious.
community college. Because yeah, we all met in
Yeah.
community college too.
Oh, really?
That's it. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Community college is sick.
Community college rocks.
It is because it's like
Yeah.
you're in class with like a 40-year-old and you're like, yo, this is my buddy now. You know?
Yeah.
bro.
Dude, sports in community college were crazy. Because I remember the
I never
first
did that.
day, I went from, it was like we were one of the best high school football teams in the nation. And then first day of Moore Park, we were one of the worst like community college teams. And you go out there, they're like, yeah, this is the captain of the defense. It's like some 40-year-old dude.
Oh shit!
like,
There's no
what the
age
hell?
cap on it?
No, dudes were literally in their
Insane, bro.
40s. It was crazy.
That's
it was like
crazy
the
as
longest
fuck.
yard out there.
Literally, bro.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, but yeah, and then he like ended up quitting because like his son or something. I couldn't. It was nuts.
Whoa!
But it's so weird playing like organized sports with grown men when you're like 18.
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah.
dude.
It's like a whole new world and shit right
That's
there.
sick.
Like,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's and then there's people from all over too. It's like they'd be coming in from like Compton and stuff,
Yeah.
and there's a couple dudes who tried to like fight the coach, which was hilarious.
Whoa.
Yeah.
With like the Compton heads.
Yeah.
Whoa.
This one dude, Cedric, he would just get into it with the coach. And he'd be like, "Yo, fuck you, Thurston." It was the funniest thing.
Damn. Did they just got separated? Did anything come out of that?
That was just the whole year. It was just that.
That was normal.
He would literally on defense. He would get breaks, and he'd be like, "Yo, fuck Thurston on 3. 1, 2, 3." And I was like, "Yo, fuck Thurston," and that's our coach's name. That was just community college.
Dude, it's sick because literally
Insane, bro.
everyone comes through. Like there's everyone's in community. Like that's how you meet like different personalities and just like
It's
I don't know.
beautiful. I
Yeah.
like you missed that shit.
it was fun. We should go back.
dude, community college.
Get like 10 associates.
Fucking handle, bro. That's just low-key not that expensive too.
Yeah.
Like,
It would be fun
yeah.
just to be the old guy. Well, you're normal age. If you're in community college right now.
We should start a
I
fry at a
should
community
hit community
college.
college, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That's
Just
but you look young, so I feel like you could definitely pass as like you just got there and shit. Like,
Yeah, maybe I could give it a couple more years, head back there.
yeah, just be like
Yeah.
the fucking go to the team.
Yeah, I remember we used to get blackout drunk before practice. Well, it was like me and my one buddy. And I would just be like laying in the middle of the field, like the coach would be like, "Get up." I'm like, "Ah."
Damn, dude, before practice.
Yeah. There was a couple practices I had to wait to drive home. So I was just like at school waiting because I was so fucked up for football practice.
So it was just literally just vibes then. Like you weren't even like
Yeah,
you were
well-
taking it serious and shit.
At first we did.
Yeah.
Because we're like, "Yo, let's win this, whatever we're trying to do." And then we lose. We won our first game, and then we lost like 4 straight. We're like, "Oh, we suck." And so I'm like, "Let's just drink." That'll be fun.
You ever
That's
do
crazy, though.
acid?
Never. That's how it scares me, dude.
I think. Do you smoke or anything? Or
Nah, I'm not. I like to. I'll drink. That's it.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I used to like smoking, but then I don't know. I get paranoid now when I do it. So like I'm like, yo, drinking. So I see why people become alcoholics. Like it's
Yeah.
so easy, dude. That shit is sick.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah. That's the. I don't know. Ben's a huge smoker, dude. I keep.
I don't think I
being
met him
Ben.
sober.
Yeah. He's always high. It's
We're,
crazy.
we're gonna Photoshop him right here.
Yeah,
right now.
Yeah, just bring
Sure.
Ben in here. But yeah, I don't understand how people could smoke like that and then just go on stage
Yeah.
and be fine. I would be like, and I'll just like walk off, I think.
Damn.
Too scary.
100 fucking percent. I was telling this dude before you got here. There's just the longest yard. Remember the dude? His photos up at the fourth wall. He's the big dude.
Oh,
From the
yeah,
longest
Joey
yard?
Diaz.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
He went. I think he went on a Joe Rogan podcast, and he was literally talking about. He's like, yeah, bro. He's like, I'd be taking fucking 600 milligram, 500 milligram
yeah.
fucking edibles, and that's nothing to him.
Dude,
Nothing. It's like he was talking about. He's like, I'd do 10, and he's like, it's capped out. Like he's about to
Yeah.
fucking pass away and shit.
once I did a 20 milligram edible. It was like one of the first times
Yeah.
I ever did. I ended up just throwing up
Yeah.
everywhere, and I was like laying on. I thought I was dying.
Yeah, literally.
I was like laying on the sofa, like,
Yeah. I do fucking. I remember like when I first started doing them, like right out of high school. I was kind of like then like I didn't really know what anxiety was. I never really experienced it, but like I would fucking do the edible and I started getting anxiety and like I was and it's like random because I remember one time I was like watching a movie and I'm just sitting there and it's like out of nowhere my heart just started going crazy and I was literally like thinking I'm like bruh, I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Yeah.
I was like, and this is it. Like my boys are here. Like they're gonna have to call the police, bro. They're gonna call 911. I'm gonna ruin the night. Like that's
Yeah.
crazy. Like, it's a fucking terrible experience. I don't get what the fuck people like that.
I hate, dude.
Yeah.
It's the worst experience. And in your head, even if you're like, "Yo, no one's ever died from
Yeah.
overdosing on weed," you're
You
like,
can't.
"Well, you're gonna be the first."
Literally,
Yeah.
bro. Literally.
Oh God, I hate it.
How-
Are you don't like it either? You're
Yeah, I keep trying. I've been trying like probably like
Stop.
every
Trust
2
me.
weeks. Like maybe this time.
No.
Fuck.
How
Like, I
many
don't know, I
times- how many
like-
times have you done it then at this point?
I feel like because I did it in high school and fully enjoyed it the whole time.
Okay.
But then post high school, I
yeah,
just
well, you
I
probably just got more shit going on up there now. So it's just
Yeah.
not
You
like-
think that's what it is?
Yeah.
Because
I think so. Yeah.
I was also thinking like, it might be just resisting the high because every time I'm high, I'm like, I could have just been sober and done this.
Okay,
And, like, and then I'm always if I stay up because every time I would smoke, I would just knock out. I've never been productive and smoked.
Yeah.
So then like when I stay up, I just get like a gnarly headache that keeps going until I just knock out. So I don't know if I just train my
Oh, that
self.
is weird.
Yeah, I don't know if
Are
I
you
train
smoking
myself.
weed? What are you smoking?
I don't know, dude.
This thing called crystal meth. You're different, bro.
I'll try again though. I'm
No,
gonna keep
don't
trying
fucking
until
stop.
I
Literally
get
stop. Like it's
I
not
don't know
worth
what
it.
it is.
Power through.
I think
Bro.
I'm chasing like the old me. You know?
Yeah.
That shit changes the way you think and shit too. Like I think I remember one time my friend gave me an edible. He was like, "All right, take one." It was 25 milligrams. I don't know what the fuck happened. Like he left. Like I think like they were gonna go eat and I was gonna stay home. And he's like, "Yeah, take one." I don't know what went through my head, but I had all 4 pieces. So it was 100 milligrams.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck.
I was never the same. Like I literally like it wasn't necessarily bad, but it's like I literally saw like my entire life, like everything made sense, like the way like my mom raised me, like the way like I had my relationship with my grandma, the way my cousins were, like the way I functioned in the world was clear after that.
Whoa.
Dude, it's like I was literally it was insane. I was like that was ridiculous. Like
Yeah, that's. I don't know. And some people could just crush that and be like,
Yeah.
okay, off to work or something. You know, they just
Yeah.
have that and it's nothing. You had like a full on DMT experience.
literally 100%,
with
bro.
weed.
Literally changed my entire fucking brain chemistry and shit. Like,
And you hated that?
I mean, it was just more of like, I remember like, I think at some point too, like I woke up, because I was like, it was almost like I was awake, but I was like asleep at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
like your brain is still going like at a fucking 100 miles an hour. But I remember waking up, I remember literally, cause my friend was like sitting next to me watching a movie, and he literally said it was like a fucking, like a mummy. Like I was literally like, ugh. And I like ran to the bathroom and I spent the entire night just fucking throwing up like on the toilet. Like,
Oh, dude.
so like that was like the pretty fucking gnarly part about it. Like, but I'm good off that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Entirely. Like,
I get like I can't be social when I
no, yeah,
smoke
100%.
because like I was always alone too when I was doing it. So like if I am social and every time I would always think things are like overly funny and like I try to break down what made that funny. Like I would
Oh,
explain
yeah.
why a joke works. And then they're like, "Yo, we're watching iCarly." Like, shut the fuck up, dude. But then,
Dude.
like, and then
Breaking
when
down Gibby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because he's fat. So like, yeah, dude, imagine if Gibby was skinny. They'd be like, "Tell that dude to put
would
a shirt
not
on."
work,
Yeah,
yeah.
that would not be funny. That'd be like Gilbert. Like, yeah, that's not Gibby anymore. But like, and then if I like try a joke and then no one laughs, I would like just it'd feel slow mo and like everything would turn black and white. Like in like GTA when you die.
Yeah,
Like that's what happens in my
That's
head,
so
and then I
real.
turn away.
Dude,
You
Yeah,
start
I'm
to
like,
just
fuck.
question your existence after that. But like, I'm never funny. I'm never gonna say another joke in my life.
yeah, dude, I'm like everyone thinks I'm an idiot. Like I
Yeah.
remember last time I got high, I was like with some like my dorm mates, and then like I laughed, and then like I was wearing my glasses, and then I laughed so hard I like slammed my head against the wall, my glasses broke, and I was like, and like my lens popped out of the frame. I'm like, I'm a fucking idiot. And like I still haven't fixed them, so it's still like a broken lens like I wear.
Oh man.
bro.
Oh no, dude! But I'm still gonna try shrooms within these next.
No, I
like,
feel like that's like
96
one thing. I
hours.
feel like too. You have to try shrooms and shit.
Shrooms.
Yeah. As long as you're not like overthinking it, as long as you're like you feel like you're open with yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, if you're one of those people that's like you're battling all this shit and you're like not honest with yourself, that shit's gonna come out and it's gonna slap you in the face.
That sounds scary.
No,
Fuck,
okay, well, yeah,
alright,
but I'm saying,
I'll
but like,
wait.
do you feel like comfortable with yourself?
I
Are-
think
are
so.
you happy?
I don't know. Now that you say that, I might
Yeah,
not
now
be.
I'm like, how secure am I? with
Yeah.
myself, dude?
Well, this is the test.
We gave you some shrooms when you walked in. So it should be kicking in any
I
minute
think I'm
here.
good, right? Yeah. Oh
No,
man.
it's just an experience though.
You guys ever do poppers?
No.
What the
It's like
fuck
a
is?
gay party drug.
What do you mean? So
Like I
Viagra?
didn't know it was, but
What do you
apparently,
mean gay party drug?
like apparently, if you sniff enough, it like opens up your asshole.
Have you done them?
Yeah, I didn't know it was like it would lead to that.
What
Wait,
do
wait,
you
wait,
think
I
it
didn't-
was?
Wait,
No,
because
yeah,
they're
well,
like just sniff, like they're like it's poppers. It's just like you smell it and you get like high for like 10 seconds. I think it's like a whip it type thing.
Okay.
And then I sniffed it, and then they're like, "Yo, you used it a gay party drug." I was like, "Now I see why
took
everyone in
advantage of you,
rainbow
bro.
shirts doing it at this party." But like, I don't know, like yeah, it's
Did you feel
it's
your
cool.
asshole? Like,
No, I didn't feel because you have to take enough.
Oh, okay.
But like, I remember it would feel like my brain just got squished and just let go, and now I was like, "Oh,
That's
this
real.
is." I
You're-
felt like
That's-
warm ginger ale. It was sick, dude.
Warm ginger ale.
It
Wait,
was so
That's-
sick.
I
And
love
then
that.
after you did it, there's like usually the gay party drug.
Yeah,
That's
nah,
a-
That's
Yeah,
very
bro.
funny. to get someone to do drugs, you're like, actually, that was the gay one.
Like, gay, and everyone playing me like gay.
Crazy, bro.
I've done it twice. Then it's cool. It's cool. It
You
didn't
never
lead to
felt
anything.
the butthole effects though?
I didn't feel the butthole effects. It's scary
Oh,
though, because like, what if
sure.
you take enough and then you shit yourself?
Oh,
Then you're-
You
yeah.
could just poop before and then. You know, like
That's true.
Yeah.
But like,
They always say.
that's what they always say, dude.
Maybe if you are constipated though,
Oh, that's true.
that's when you bust them out. You just sit on the toilet. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be like the best dude. I'd find an excuse to be constipated just so I could buy more of that stuff. Imma Come Clean. It's pretty cool.
It sounded like it, dude.
Like it's my new weed.
you've ever done Nas?
No.
You know what Nas is?
That's a straight party drug, dude. What's
You've
that?
never heard of that before?
I know it with cars.
Okay, don't quote me on this, but I think it's the same shit. Like it's the gas,
Oh, really?
like you inhale it. Like
I think it's the same effect as.
okay, yeah, they're pretty much just like a head high where you're just like, fuck, bro. That shit kills brain cells, so it's kind of like it's not really worth it.
I think this one does too, though.
Yeah, so it's kind of like it's a crazy ass feeling, but it's like to me, like at least like you know you smoke cigarettes, you drink fucking alcohol. That's like 30 years of like effects. But at least if you're doing that shit like often, that's like 6 months. Like you're gonna feel the difference. Like
Damn.
yeah, so it's like it's not really worth it. But that high is crazy. Like
Well, we should have brought some.
Should have tried that out,
it's a
dude.
boy, I gotta connect, bro.
What about doesn't helium do that too when you
Yeah, but-
suck in helium?
Oh, if you do
It's
enough,
first
I
like
think-
the same thing, but like helium doesn't hit as hard. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, but I remember once when I was a little kid, I was at a birthday party, and I was just sucking down so many helium balloons just because I was doing the voice, and all of a sudden I'm standing there, I was like, whoa, and I had to like sit down
Yeah.
because it was probably like 30 balloons
Yeah.
I just inhaled.
I'm pretty sure you're probably like at some level you're on the spectrum now.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think I've been the same since that day.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Take 100 milligram fucking edible, bro. You feel the same.
You know how people who like are against the vaccine say that you can get autistic if you take the vaccine? Like that's
Yeah.
a fear. Has that really happened though?
I don't think it's proven yet. But at the same time, think about it. I don't think there's been as many like people with autism as there's been in the past and shit.
That's true. There
Yeah.
hasn't been an increase in autistic folks.
Yeah,
That's
which
a-
is
yeah,
like, I
that's
feel
a
like
good
there's
question.
obviously like if it's not the vaccine, there's definitely something that's like changed in the last 30 years. That's like definitely fucking giving it to motherfuckers. Like
Yeah.
Wait, you think that there's been more people who are autistic?
yeah.
I think autism is like a fairly new like thing though. I think like people are just
Now.
realizing
noticing?
that. Yeah,
Oh,
just realizing
shit.
that.
Oh
like,
yeah, you should just be weird.
Yeah. Like that weird guy.
That was a name for it.
It's just be weird.
I never thought that's a great
Yeah.
fucking point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a new breed of people.
It's like out of nowhere, it's like cancer. Yeah, cancer became a thing, and
Yeah.
like in the 1900s, it's like no, bro, we just barely discovered that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, what was that? Was that a
Yeah.
firework? You
I don't
lighting
know,
out
bro.
fireworks?
We're
or
in the
something?
hood.
ghetto,
dude.
bro.
Yeah, there are a lot of Mexicans out there. It is
That's
fireworks,
right.
probably.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, what we're talking about right now? Autism. Fuck, was it? I was
Wait,
gonna
wait, no,
say
wait,
something.
but because like that'd be interesting.
Oh, the
if
vaccine.
The
Like-
vaccine.
Oh,
if
yeah.
There was like, oh, this dude like he used to be really popular, but now he chases girls.
I
and
don't
does
think
comp,
I don't think
you
it's
know?
like a later in life because your brain
I
is
think
already developed and stuff. So it has to
Yeah.
be something you're like that's happening to you as a baby, where like your brain's
Oh.
kind of like
So
Yeah.
if you give a shot to like a young baby, he might grow up. Is
yeah,
that the
like
fear?
it, like
Yeah.
it'll probably, like,
okay.
alter like the way your brain is developed. Like
Oh, so then
Yeah.
that main stance on that political issue is only geared towards like people who have children.
yeah, when I
Oh.
think well even to everybody just saying right now the vaccine might give you some shit because like they made it in like a year, but there's just a whole it's just,
Yeah.
that's a fucking whole rabbit hole like within itself. Like,
Yeah.
Did you ever see the chick who she's like a cheerleader and then she got the flu shot and like she could only like run. She can't walk. It's dude,
like not even like if I had to just like get up from here to
It's-
right there.
she like becomes like dude, she's like she'd walk backwards or something but not forward. It's some weird thing where she can't walk normally, so like she's like running down the street and then she goes to stop, she's like ah. It's the craziest thing.
And it was
Whoa!
because of the flu shot.
I think I could be making this up.
Okay.
I think so. I'm like 90% sure that's what it was. I just remember there's this very popular video. It also could have been a fake video.
Yeah.
Who knows? But I just remember seeing this back. This was like in high school where my buddy's like, yo, this chick used to be hot. Now look at her. Because
Now
I
she's
was
so fit and runs.
Because I remember after that, I stopped. That's why I think it's the flu shot. Because I'm like, dude, I'm done getting the flu shot.
Yeah.
I was like scared.
yeah, you could have been
Have
so
you gotten
fast,
the
dude.
flu like since then?
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Like,
Yeah. But no, I still get the flu shot just like occasionally. Not every year, but
yeah.
just depending on how I'm feeling. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
this year I'll get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like now, because I'm just thinking like school, it was a required documentation. So
Yeah.
now I'm like, now I have it more of an option to take it or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. Oh,
But I'm
you had to
choosing-
get the flu vaccine for school?
Yeah, I
too?
get the
You gotta
COVID.
get
Yeah, get
vaccines
fully
for school.
vaccinated.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
for
well
everything.
I don't mind like regular vaccines, but like the annual flu shot, you didn't.
I
Why
think
didn't they
we
used to
did.
come to the school?
Oh really?
I don't fucking.
I
I'm,
feel like
I'm
they
probably
did.
making that
I
up.
don't think-
Like,
I
I
don't.
think it was mandatory. I don't know.
I don't remember.
I think at my school. they
Yeah, well, I
did.
mean, I think the flu wasn't really that bad either. So it's kind of like,
Yeah.
you get it. It's like, bro, just stay home. Like,
I got messed up from the flu. I was like
Bro.
hallucinating. Like,
Dead
Oh
ass, bro.
shit! Yeah, I can get bad.
I was like,
Well,
falling
motherfuckers
asleep.
die from that shit too. Sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day.
Yeah. Okay, no, but I'm saying, but even like older people now, like, people die from the flu like now.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's like
Yeah.
like my immune system's good. Like I'm not gonna worry about it.
It's
Like,
pretty wild.
And my mom got COVID, and we like just found her lying on the floor, and yeah, she's like she had like sleep on the sofa, and like when I like watch her, she was like dripping sweat, and then
using like take her to the doctor.
she's like no, she's powered it out, she's laid there.
So when you found her, like, did you know she had COVID at the time?
Well, we found it because like we all had it, kind of.
Okay.
And we gave it to her. We got her.
Take that.
Yeah. And then she's like, yeah, see, it was very funny because after it was like probably almost a week, she was just done.
Yeah.
And then after she's like finally recovered, she's like, see, who needs the vaccine? I was like, you almost died. That's crazy. you needed the vaccine.
That's how my mom was too. She was very much like, I got it right in the beginning. There's no way, like, if I get it again, I'm gonna be fine. You know?
Yeah.
And then she got it, and she's like, well, now I got it, and I'm fine. And I'm like, you were literally like dying on your bed earlier.
Dude, everybody said that shit though. They're like, bro, I got that shit before it even like started. And I was like, bro, like, I've heard like at least 18 people say that shit. And I'm just like, bro, y'all are sick at that same time, like every year. I'm like, that's fucking cap.
it
Like,
was probably the flu.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you're dumb as hell.
Did
Crazy.
you guys got COVID?
100%.
I had it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I
wanna
got
get
it
it, but-
like before.
Oh, word. Yeah, bro, you're edgy, bro. Like, shit.
Dude, I lost my taste for literally like 2 or 3 months though.
Damn,
Shit
you got it
sucked,
bad.
like smell, yeah. And like I would slowly get it back, but then everything would just smell like rotten meat for like
No.
it was terrible.
For how long?
For like I think like 2 or 3 months. So like I was
That's
just
so
eating
weird.
food for texture for
What's
like
so like
That sucks.
when did that gross like smell come in?
I think it was probably like 2 or 3 weeks after I
Okay. So for at least for 2 or 3 weeks that you had no smell, like no taste.
yeah, it was just like really muted. So I was
That's
like,
crazy,
wow,
bro.
this
You
In and
could've
Out
been going
probably
in
does
on-
taste good, but like it was just like all based off memory. Like everything I'd be
Damn.
eating.
You could have been going in on some period pussy though. Like that would have been.
Yeah.
I do it now.
But I'm saying you,
You
would have
like
been
the
able to do it
taste.
with more
Yeah.
ease. Like
It's
I
actually
mean, I don't
funny,
think it's
dude.
that bad. Have you ever had period pussy?
You tasted it?
Yeah.
Nah, that's not for me, dude.
Well, I'm not saying like, hey, bro, like you doing that every Wednesday. I'm just saying like, obviously you got to
I don't think I ever have.
knock it till you try it.
I don't think so. Maybe
It's not
actually,
that bad. It's just like pennies.
I don't like it. I don't like eating pennies either.
Grow up, bro.
How's
No.
anal? You do anal?
Nah, it's not for me.
Oh,
We're about to come up on 2 hours right now.
Oh
Holy
shit!
shit.
Whoa!
30 minutes.
Oh, fuck.
The
Holy
sun
shit.
is literally gone.
Oh,
The sun is
shit.
back up actually.
Oh,
God
fuck.
damn.
Well, that was fun. Good episode. Follow us on Instagram. Logan, what's your Instagram?
Logan J. Quiroz, Quiroz.
You got any other plugs you want to put in?
Plugs. Shoebox Comedy. It's the monthly comedy show. And then Sets and Reps podcast. That's my podcast. Hell yeah.
Good. I was gonna ask for like some like dieting advice, but you know what? I'll just do that off the clock. All right, good episode.
Dude, thanks for having me. This
That was
was
fun. That was sick.
It was beautiful.
Holy shit, dude. I didn't realize how long.
Touch on my love, on my rap, on my wet. Love on my wet. Yeah. Touch on my rap, on my love, on my rap, on my. What do you want, my dick? All up inside.